And we are live on this Saturday. It's almost Saturday Madness time, but not quite yet. I am Rich Baritone, Order of Action. Yes, that's right. I'm a very high ranking officer in the Order of Action, and I'm just so relieved that everything is just out in the open. You know what else is out in the open? We have some hellos to get to. Already, we've had some folks here for some time. DZ1119 is here. That's pretty typical for Saturday Madness, but sure am glad about it. Eddie Guerrero is here, and Best in Show is here. And I got my first tip 10 minutes before the show started. Yes, I do like Operation Hammer Smashed Face there. DZ will be getting into more of that here in just a little bit. Let's see who else is here. Skip is here, otherwise known as Banana Bear Jubiz. So let's go ahead and start the new intro, which comes to us courtesy of Sticky TT6. I think you're going to dig it. As we used to say almost 70 years ago, negative 43 TV. Hit the candy-colored button and let's get the intro rolling. Well, wait a minute.
This video may
hello to Legal Code and salute right back to you, good sir.
contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner under
what
Section
seems to be going on
107
here? Oh, I
of the
bet I
Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use
Are you
for
hearing
purposes
this?
such as criticism,
hearing this? I
comment,
am
news
hearing
reporting,
nothing.
teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted
Okay, there seems to be something of a problem here. Let's see what's going on with this shit.
by copyright statute that might otherwise be
I
infringing.
am not hearing it. I am not hearing a thing. Let's see again.
This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the
again,
copyright
is
owner
anybody
under Section
hearing
107
anything?
of the
I'm
Copyright
certainly
Act
not.
of
I am not hearing
1976.
a
Allowances
doggone
made
thing
for
on my
fair
end.
use for purposes
And
such
everything's
as
acting
criticism,
really screwy
comment,
too.
news
Yeah.
reporting, teaching, scholarship,
Good thing
education,
I
and research.
took a
Fair
couple
use is
pills
a use
before
permitted by
I
copyright
came on
statute
here.
that might otherwise be
Stress-related stuff.
infringing.
Tyrese Sneedville is here. Banana Bear. Well, hang on a second. You know what? You know what I think is going to have to occur here? I believe this stupid bastard may make me start again. Are you hearing this? Anybody? Can you hear this? Let me see here. Hello. Okay. Please tell me, are you hearing anything that's going on here? Because I haven't heard a word, nothing. And it's turned up at everything. Oh, dearie me. Okay, you do hear the video. All right. Doesn't really solve the problem on my end, but okay, let me go ahead and really slam that in there and let's see if this works. We're going to start this intro again because old Betsy has decided to fuck with me. There's nothing new about this at all. Deep breaths now. Everybody, not everybody, just me. Deep breaths, nice and relaxed. Ooh, boy, here we go. We're going to try it again. Oh, please don't do this to me. Here it is.
This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be.
She's here, so there is your rare four-leaf shamrock here right now. Let me see if I can fix my issues. Negative 43 TV.
In a world where a regarded locale believes he is a radio host, the people need a real radio host and real radio program to listen to. making fun of a regarded locale who thinks he's Batman. Even Joker knows there can only be one real radio host. And that host is...
Okay, who wins the mute game here? I am off to such a great start with everything else going on. Yep, Lobster, you got it. We have a mute game winner. The show hasn't even started, and the way things are going right now, it looks like that's just going to fit right in. Good Lord in heaven, I just hope that this entire thing does not turn out to be a complete disaster, because I have some stuff for you this evening. Negative 43 TV, God help me now.
Rich Baritone.
He's not a real radio host. I am. I have the
I fixed it.
best radio program in the world. Christina, it's Rich Baritone's birthday. Text me back right away. It's been 30 seconds. I'm going down the elevator in the cage that we bought with your settlement money. Christina, I know you're in the cage, but you could still contact me back. The trolls are going to be congregating at Rich Baritone's show. We can't have this. Oh, my beautiful T-new Batman mask looks amazing. Symbol looks like a mustache.
Yeah, I kind of guess it does, Sticky. Please welcome CIA Hole. And hey, wait a minute here. Kelchu Bordner is here, and he says, I'll read it for the listeners. English branch of OOA reporting in Rich. Joey is still being tracked. He is certainly being tracked. Maybe not so much as he typically is. It is Saturday after all, so we're running about a half crew, but that usually suffices on the weekend.
Christina, the trolls are over at Rich Baritone's laughing at me. What am I going to do, honey? I'm afraid of heights. Should I jump? I don't know if my wings are going to work.
Christina emails back.
Joey, Rich Baritone's way cooler than you. Go ahead, jump. Your wings will work. I just farted. I think a bat bit me on the neck. Damn it, Christina. Text back, please. Fucking Rich Baritone over.
I have to read these two comments for the listeners. They're from Banana Bear Jubas. Remember, he is in fact Jewish. Mossad and IDF are still on him. I got the Jews on the job. Yeah.
Making fun of me again. Bullying me. Come on, panel, and defend me, bitch. I need help. Why aren't you people donating? Like I said.
The bird drones are some of the most effective weapons that we have against him. It's true.
I don't want to be a locale. My Batman mask is all sweaty and stinky.
Sticky 6 of Troll Team 6 presents Rich Baritone's Negative 43 TV.
Hello again, Sneedville. I am Rich Baritone, and it is time for Saturday Madness here on Negative 43 TV for this what? For this Saturday, April 26th. Our main feature of the evening is something I did not expect to run this weekend. Originally, RTS was going to run it, but it kind of it worked its way down to me. And I am so honored and happy that it has. I'll go into the main feature when we get there, but you guys got a really strong idea as to where we're going with this one on this fine Saturday. What we're going to start off with right now, however, and we are going to start off with it. He's live, apparently. Bring up the curtain. Okay, let's see. It's all that shit I need to get used to still, and there it is. Let me, as always, pointlessly put it into full screen layout, and the only thing that it does is hide me, and that's nothing too bad at all. He is live right now. At least he was when I set this up. This is called Batman is the Most Powerful Being Ever. And that is where we are going to start here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. It is the top of the hour wherever you are in the world, unless you're in Newfoundland and Labrador, in which case it's 35 minutes after the hour. It's just really weird. Okay, kids, time to hit the big candy-colored button and let's go. And off we go. He has 13, I have 12 as we begin on this Saturday. Okay. After the way this thing started, there we go. Still a little nervous. I didn't get into any sound right away, and my mind went straight to, oh, hell, what now?
All right. All right. Honey, if you can, let me know when you're here. You're able to hear me and you're listening. Oh, I'm tired today. Exhausted.
Didn't sleep well, I'll bet.
But yeah, I wanted to tell you, I just released the new videos. I want you to see them. I suggest everybody go watch them because, I'm doing it, man. I'm figuring it out. It's my secret formula. It's God's secret formula. I've been listening to God, and told me today already through another prophetic reading, right, that I shall be rewarded. Why? Because I listened to God. Okay? What you don't understand is my personal trainer.
What you don't understand is that if you listen to God, you wouldn't be doing any of this. None of it at all.
Is God, literally. God is the one who created all this, created this planet, created this world, created all of us. So I like to think, right? You're pretty evil, so I don't understand.
Good job there, Agent Kelchu. I think it would make him extra paranoid to know that there's somebody in England that is actually controlling some of the bird drones in Brownsville, Texas. Our technology's that badass, dude.
That part, but, like I said, strength level is getting...
Please welcome Connie's crusty charred cooter. I'll read this for the listeners. Sorry I'm late. I was hopping trees following Joey.
I mean, it's getting ridiculous, man. I mean, I'm able, I got to get my muscle up, count up, and I'm already doing it actively, like sets. I got to get
alien blood,
where I'm
really?
doing the lifts consistently, and I could just do them on command, as many as I want. Or I could start doing sets of those where I'm just picking up vertically with the forearms on the wrists. Pretty much everything is there, man.
We're very advanced, Kelchu.
Like I said, I've definitely done my part as far as YouTube is concerned, and now it's up to the fans to do their part, which again is to donate. But I this makes sense to me why it's like this. I get it because it's part of my training and what I'm going through, I believe. And that's the point, is that I think this is part of why I'm excelling, and I'm, training in a different method with a different methodology, unorthodox. Even God used.
Please welcome C-Can to Saturday Madness, and boy, are you right.
The word unorthodox. And, you could tell I ain't making it up. You could tell God talks to me because, well, I'm telling you his every word.
Listen to Negative 43 TV when you're in the gym. Even I do that on occasion.
Basically. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm right here. A lot of that stuff, it has to do with fear. So.
Oh dear.
I go through
now, it. He puts the mask down. I bring this up. Obviously, he always puts a mask down. But he did a short, 2-3 days ago now, where he said that he was like the greatest comedian of all time, and he's just staring deadpan into the camera, and he does something like, hello, or something extra stupid like that. And the tip of his nose is permanently flat. And it's a dark dark shade of red. It is. He has actually managed to disfigure himself, and I use the term loosely. We aren't talking about Tyrese Need after all. I'm sorry, Tywee. We're talking about Tyrese Need after all, but he has in fact permanently flattened the tip of his nose. Will wonders never cease? Negative 43 TV. Slow down, Rich.
That too sometimes, because you know all the stuff I deal with on a day-to-day basis with the fame that I've accrued apparently, and just you know with YouTube and stalkers and all that. I mean, imagine what I go through, right? So I go through the same exact thing, and I mean bad, you know.
Oh, it really is. Again, he did a short about 3 days ago where he claims to be a comedian. If you go look at that, he's just looking right into the camera. And yeah, he has flattened the tip of his nose permanently, and it is a very dark red. Think Rudolph, and you're on the right track.
And I know, you know, it's real scary. You know, my advice, what I think will help.
I got one from C4 for the listener. She says that nose dent is hilarious. Shammy is right. It looks like it's pressed up against a glass. LOL. And it's going to look like that for the rest of his life.
Well, number one, you know what they taught me a long time ago that I'd like to. Well, I like wearing rubber bands on my wrist anyway, but they actually taught me that if you take a rubber band and put it on your wrist, you know, put it on your wrist, and you just go like this with the rubber band, no joke, and just go.
I knew he was going there. Our boy's a freak. Let's see what excuse he has for doing it, other than the fact that he actually does enjoy pain.
Like, not too hard, right? But if you do that and you know, you just kind of repeat that, it'll help ground you, because it usually is stemming from fear. You know what I mean? And that's what I think this life is all about, really, is conquering fear and not being afraid. And it's so interesting how in the Batman movie, when what happened to Bruce's parents happened,
so what you're saying is flicking yourself with a rubber band accomplishes all of this. Bullshit. You're just into pain.
And the father, the last thing he tells him is he says, "Don't be afraid." You know, so for me, I just try to really hit home, man. You know, because I think that's the point of this life. I don't think it's so much about results.
All right, everybody, get your supplies in order. We will have our first smoke 'em if you got 'em within the next 10 minutes, maybe even sooner.
Anything, what you have.
Of course, who said you had to wait for smoke 'em if you got 'em? I really never do.
I think it's just about conquering fear. That's really what I think. I think that this life is a lot about conquering fear. That's what I represent. You know, so I think there's a purpose.
Conquering fear, our main feature of the evening will address that. It will, believe me.
You know, things that we go through, kind of like what I'm going through right now. Like I said, man, I just need a crowd to start supporting, man. You know, but like I said, you gotta just ground yourself. You gotta kind of chill, lay down, rest.
I'll read this for the listeners. It's from Lobster, and the subject is the tip of Tyree's nose. Sometimes, if he tilts the mask up on cam, you can watch it change color a bit. I believe in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus called it a blinking beakhead.
Try to realize that you're probably, scaring yourself, and it's okay to be scared sometimes, and I understand what you're going through. Of course, I am too for you in general, and I just went through something kind of similar, so it's definitely scary as hell. But
please welcome John Cole, 008 to the show. Ooh-wah!
It'll help you with that. If you just try to ground yourself and try to, overcome it. Just think about happy things and get your mind completely off of whatever it is that you're scared of.
You know, about half of the time that I go to the gym, I have had a hit or two off of one of my vape carts. Nothing too extreme, but it helps. It relaxes you.
Because I truly believe that you're going to be okay. Somehow, some way, we're going to figure it out. We're going to be okay, and we're going to get
At the gym, half drunk and getting ready to get stoned. That's an interesting life, I'll say.
through this and everything together, and we're going to be happy. You know, you have a lot to look forward to, and I think that I think I can help you with that. I think that a lot of it, that you know, you're not used to it, and
All right, time to flash the badge again in the upper right-hand corner. Check it out.
these are things that you never went through that you know you don't deserve to go through, and I just think it's all new for you, but we're going to be okay. I promise. You're going to be okay. I'll make sure you're okay, and you know, we're going to have our beautiful life together and be happy. Do us. You know what I mean? Everything that God planned and ordained, and I and our life together.
I'm telling you, Skip, the bud, it hits different. I get like a quarter every month along with my cards. And here lately, it lasted up till the day before my birthday this last month. And it hits different. I believe I prefer it, but yeah, it's a matter of economics. Hey, look, Bourne's is here.
I would be excited, you know, try to be, I know it's hard, but going, try to, you know, hope to be excited about the future. You got every reason. It's going to be good. Everything's going to go well. It's not going to be anything for
Not at this time. We're allowing the Google beacon that we installed on his phone when he was sent $15 by Money Mike. Right now, we're just letting that do the work for us.
worry about.
And in case you didn't hear, when Money Mike sent him, Agent Money Mike sent him $15, he sent him a government code that thoroughly embedded itself not only into his Cash App, but it also wrapped itself around his phone's OS. Yes, indeed, all any of us have to do is open up Google Earth, look at Brownsville, Texas, and there he is, a little pink flashing blip of light.
So, end of the day, know that I love you and I'm right here, whatever you go through. Okay.
Please welcome Just Chillin' to the show. Oh my goodness, will you look at that? Some things are derpier than others, and that would happen to be one of them. Yes, Command Shift 3 and the satisfying click of the camera eye, negative 43 TV Saturday Madness.
And hopefully my show really help you. That's what I'm hoping for, you know. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't know.
Smoking a cigarette before going back into the gym, I really can't criticize that too much because the whole time I played team sports in junior high and high school, I smoked the entire time. People were asking me, how in the hell can you possibly do that? Well, I'm 17 and everything's not super fucked up yet.
So what the crowd deal is, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. New videos are released. Honey, I really want you to watch them after the show because lots definition is out of the world. I'm getting
Funny he should mention money and videos. So far today, the OOA has siphoned away approximately $7,800 of earnings from Tyree Sneed, and YouTube has very much retarded his views. In the technical term, I'm not slurring anything here. You know, to retard something is to turn it down, right?
The camera doesn't really do me justice, but one of the angles today definitely did, and I just need people to understand and realize.
Oh yeah, I made that clear to him that the only way he can get rid of it is to get rid of the phone, and he can't afford to. So yeah, it's kind of like electronic dog tags of a sort.
Like what I'm feeling is real, man. It's real and it's working. Okay, and it's absolutely incredible, man. know, I mean, the whole thing is I got to get in the shape of what they depicted in the movie. You know, it's not like what's his name? What the hell is that actor's name? Christian Bale. It's not like Christian Bale was really in that kind of shape.
Hey, look, everybody. Shitty day, shitty hobo, just plain shitty down in Brownsville.
You know, to do all that stuff. It was, you know, stunt doubles or AI or fake stuff. But me, I'm trying to really get into shape to do that type of stuff. Okay, like that dude. I mean, when he did that leap, that was pretty incredible, man. You know what I mean? Not to mention that, you know, the body can't really withstand that.
Yeah, I quit for 8 years, and then I quit for 8 years again, and then for some reason I started back for about 2 or 3 years. I post heart attack. I guess the stress of life got to me, because that's exactly what the fuck happened. But I managed to break it off here about a year ago.
You know, when you're landing, so it's like, you know, I have to do a lot of training, bro. What people don't get. And, you know, I'm not really going to be doing stuff like that.
Oh, Lord knows that'll do that, Skip. Lord knows that'll do that.
Obviously, but, you know, you never know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to that level. I have no idea. All I know is that God is transforming me. I'm going through a relationship, going through an ascension, already ascended. And I'm shifting right now. It's going to go for days and then stop forcing it and shift. I understand somewhat, but it's just hard, you know. It's hard. I got human understanding. I got needs. I got things I need and got to do. And
I can't really understand anything he's saying during this point in the video, and that's just fine, because you just know he's saying the same old shit. He's obviously on his bike today, and in tonight's feature presentation, you're going to get the clearest, cleanest look at that bicycle that you have ever seen, and he will stand by his lie that it costs $200. If you've never seen the bicycle in its entirety, oh, you got something to look forward to. Either he's lying or he's the biggest sucker of all time. He's lying. When he says 200, he paid 20.
We'll just sit here, not showing any support. Like I said, we don't do no games. Know what it is. All y'all act right. Keep it in line. That's all I care about. All that fake stuff, nobody kicks that speed. People know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got to make some sense, man. When the dude is breaking world records in front of your face, none of you come close to me. None of you can go get anyone you want. I told you the same thing since day one. I told you Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, they wouldn't come close to me in the boxing ring. The world's space. It's all a joke.
That is just a heck of a job, Jost. That's a heck of a job. I have always said that anything that you can live without, you're better off for. And a lot of times that probably includes love as well.
So there's no debate. It's not even worth having the fake competition. You know who's going to win because you can watch the video. Not gonna. How's somebody going to win who can't come near my strength over my speed, bro? Come on, bro. Who don't move like me, can't do what I do. It's just common sense. No point in proving something that we already know if they fail to compete this long. I've been open to every challenge forever. I've been calling y'all out forever. Y'all just want to stay here and pretend that they want to copy me, the Illuminati. Everything I do. Stay obsessed.
I'll tell you what, if this audio doesn't clear up in a couple of moments, we're going to jump forward to further action. It's starting to bother me, and if it's bothering me, it's probably bothering you as well. Negative 43TV's Saturday Madness.
Because they don't want to step up to compete, you know, explain to the public the easy point that we all know that they're all scrubs. Y'all talk about playing basketball. It's like play basketball in the valley. Not for anybody. I'm better than all of you. Don't improve this light stuff. Catch up. I remember that one day that dude in the park actually tried to say that. Right? Like, that's my mark. Blah, blah, blah. Well, on camera, it didn't look like it was your park. On camera, it looked pretty bad, and I got pissed.
Mesmerizing.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and 7 feet. Everybody Looking at Batman.
Okay, that reminds me of a couple of different things. First of all, I think I need my background music really, really bad. One of these days, perhaps, I'll actually form the habit of turning it on when I need to. But the way this show's been going so far, thank God I just remembered it, huh? And there it is. Just offers the insanity so very, very well.
Some of them want you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to use. Some of them want to be done.
No, it wasn't easy. I know from experience it's not easy, but hey, makes you stronger.
So yeah, like I said, we're gonna get through this, honey. I promise. We're going to be together. I promise. Better. Don't. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right.
Okay, that's enough of that bullshit for me. Let's move up and see if anything improves. It might. Well, let's see. Just let the damn thing go, Rich. Oh yeah, right into silence. Oh, it's so very good. Apparently, this stream is not unlike most of his streams. Apparently, this one, as well as most, contains far too much dead air for his good or anybody else's. So, the ironic thing is that I moved up trying to find better audio, and I'm finding this. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let's look for the circle of mouth. I think I saw it. There we go.
And, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just incredible, man. I mean, I'm all natural. I don't take nothing, like nothing, like, must be a wire.
Now, he's saying he's all natural and he don't take nothing. You will see in the main feature, Tyree in profile. Complete profile quite a bit. You'll also, well, yeah, you'll agree it's all natural, but not in the way that he means.
But yeah, I mean, it's just incredible all around. Feel me? It really is incredible. You know how in the movies like Batman and the Penguin actually have a conversation? In this reality, in the real life thing that I'm doing and with real Batman, Penguin has never had a conversation with me. Penguin is scared to talk to me.
Penguin doesn't exist. Jared 333 is not the Penguin. Good fucking God, will you ever grow up? The answer is, of course, no. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at your upper right-hand corner of your screen. That is, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pit Boss, which can only mean one thing. Smoke him if you got him here on Saturday Madness.
It's hilarious. That Penguin is terrified of this dad. Yeah, that boy is terrified. What did he say? There he goes. What did he say? He said, I'm going to start taking videos again. For what? You already, committed channel, you know what? You already gave up on your future, on yourself, on your people, on your family. You gave up on everyone around you.
Read it for the listeners. C4 says he's a twig, which is convenient because he's a twink as well.
It's like they gave up on you. Like, what? All y'all is fake. Remember, I don't have beach chair lawn weddings. Beach lawn chair weddings, honey. Imagine us, honey, having.
And now, please welcome one of the most important people in the OOA. It's Dutchy. He's our archivist. He's the guy that gathers evidence.
A beach lawn chair wedding. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. We're gonna have a whole ceremony with cake, tons of cake. It'll be beautiful. We'll make it worth your while. You will want to come to Christina and I's wedding.
Well, there's never going to be a wedding, but even at that, who would you invite? If, whoever Christina would bring, who's going to come on your side? Come to the wedding. I mean, good Lord, I slipped there. Anyway, who's going to come to the wedding? If you said no one, you're right.
And you know the coolest part of it all is because I'm a celebrity, if we wanted, we could just invite everybody.
Indeed, lobster.
So, yeah, just invite the whole valley. I bet you they all would come. You know what I mean? I'd be a little nervous, but you know, like
you'd be a little nervous. You'll never know. You'll never know. A little nervous? A little nervous. Which just proves that you'll never know. Please welcome Barkata Bracken. We call him Red Pill.
No, I can't. I don't know how I would be in that instant. I don't like showing my emotions in front of strangers. You know, honestly, honey, if you want me to be perfectly honest with you, because like I have no friends and people have been nothing but mean and cruel to me, I really would just like if our wedding was like just me and your family. To be honest, I want to like exclude everyone else the way they've excluded me at everything for years. You know what I mean? Like,
good work, Kelchu. You've always shown initiative, and that's what makes you great.
Maybe just a couple of my people, and that's it. If that's okay with you, I'm sure it is. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want your family there. But you know, I just get nervous in front of people, so you know, don't get mad at me if I kind of freeze up at the controls, and you know, it's going to be hard for me. I mean, especially you know, coming out of all the isolation I've been in and everything. You know, I just when it's me and you, it's easy on me. But when it's you know other people around, you know, I don't know. But you know, I'll be able to spend time with your. There we go, another honk. I'll be able to spend time with your family.
Those honks, you think they're friendly? It's just double OA agents, and more likely than anything, it's probably the Freemasons and the Red Triangles down there at the border that work with us.
Family, so that'll help. So that way I won't really be nervous at that point probably.
C4 comes through with a read it for the listeners. Laughing my ass off, he admits he gets nervous in front of others. Batman, a crime fighter, gets nervous in front of others. Yeah, I know it's kind of ironic, isn't it?
But I don't know, I just get nervous in front of crowds.
We're doing great, Mrs. Baritone and I. And on Monday, the 28th, our daughter will be 41. Oh my goodness, you want to feel old? Do you want to feel old? Wait until one of your kids turns 41. It's a quick aging process.
You know, I mean, a lot of people do. But I don't know. Maybe we'll try it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just invite the whole valley. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I doubt it because I don't want no fake stuff at my wedding or ruckus.
We're going to be fine. I mean, you can tell Tywee Sneed exactly what you're going to do at any particular moment, and he won't listen. You can tell him, okay, Tywee, you know those new torpedo bats everybody's talking about in baseball? Let's see how well they work. You wouldn't get the inference.
You know, but we'll have a beautiful wedding, honey. I would really want it to be done the right way. I would just want it to be a couple of people and then your family. And, you know, that way we do it right and everybody has a good time. I just want it to be in a nice, beautiful place. You know, it doesn't have to be too extravagant, but I want it to be just beautiful, just right, you know?
And this is why we work so hard all day, every day, to keep you as isolated as we can from society without actually putting you into jail or some kind of a mental ward.
Too much is never really a good thing, but just when things are beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you deserve.
Kelchu pushing 50 there. 50's an easy one. When you turn 60, that, I'll admit, that's one where you say, hey, wait a minute. What the fuck just happened?
And it's come out in the readings already. It said something. What's Arcturian, honey? If you ever have time and you're in the mood and you feel like it, if you could research that for me, I'm gonna look into it. It said, hold on. It said that I'm going through upgrades and something about like Arcturian DNA or something. Because these things are real. These are downloads.
Okay.
And they're really...
Arcturians are like, what, New Age alien things or some shit? It's weirdo stuff that only freaks believe. I know that.
Happening. Like, this is really happening. This is what people don't get. This is happening in front of your eyes. The man is going through a transformation. That's the thing. These people thought it was a game when I went through what I went through with.
You know where the mind automatically goes to nowadays when somebody says they're undergoing a transformation, right? Right? Shall I start calling you Dylan?
That truck, and what they did was illegal, and I think it was set up. And I survived, and then I immediately sprung right back and said, Batman's come back, and came right back and started reteaching myself how to walk. When people want to act like it's a game, no, I'm the real deal, bro. I bounce back from whatever. Doesn't matter what I go through, what happens to me, I always bounce back. Always. At least thus far. I've been through hell. I've been through things nobody could come back from, you know, so.
Have you looked at yourself lately in the mirror? You're 35. You've hit the wall and you've stuck to it. You've absolutely fucking stuck to that wall.
Like, you got to give me my credit like you got to give Christina credit. And all of you are going to give my girlfriend her credit. If you're a stranger, I just don't care how you feel or about your opinion.
Taiwi, there's going to be a video coming at you sometime next week where myself, on behalf of the OOA, is going to tell you exactly who Christina is. I mean, exactly who Christina is and what her function has been all along. Sit down. Sit down. Are you nice and comfortable, Taiwi? Huh? You sitting down, Taiwi, are you? Huh? Well, go ahead and stand up because I want you to fall the fuck down. She's with us.
But, you know, anywhere we go, everybody will always be respectful to Christina, or I will let them know quick, and you will be G-checked, and I will sun you in front of everybody.
You will also see later that none of this is true.
I don't care who you are. That's just reality. Yeah, this man right here stands up for his woman. See, that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a man and woman coexisting in harmony and working together. Imagine that. Have y'all heard of that? You millennials don't know nothing about that, right?
You're a millennial! You were born in 1989. You're not just a millennial. Oh, boy, I'm upset. You're a fucking millennial. That's what you are. You got me so pissed off, I started tripping all over myself.
Like I said, you millennials can't figure out if you're a fox, a squirrel,
Lord.
a Diddy Kong, a Donkey Kong. They don't know what they are. They don't know what kind of, scruffy tail they want. They all want to be furries.
What?
That furry stuff is hilarious, man. I just don't.
They don't know what kind of fluffy tail they want. They want to be furry. Now he's going to go off on furries? I've never heard him talk about furries. Freudian slip, anyone? -43TV.
Don't get it, man. I just don't be understanding y'all. Y'all talk about cosplay and stuff. Cosplay is whack. That's like when I was up there in Indiana and they had that Comic-Con.
Cosplay is whack, says the guy who believes himself to be dressed like Batman.
Thing. Man, that Comic-Con thing was...
You cosplaying AF, dude.
Whack. And I didn't even really do it. I just kind of walked around it. I don't even know if I could get into it. Can't remember. I think I walked in one place, but it was just super boring. I think I was doing a live stream. And in the hotel I was staying in, they had like tons of these little roaches. It was nasty. And
okay, he's completely untethered at this point. Anything he says from here on out, more likely than not, will have nothing to do with anything that he just said.
It was just bad all around.
It's kind of what makes Taiwi.
I didn't realize Indiana was, kind of in that dilapidated circumstances that it is. Some of Indiana's all right. I like Indiana. I would want to go there with you, honey, because the only reason is because
my daughter lives in a suburb of Indianapolis, and it is, in fact, very nice. But then again, she lives out in the country.
The Hoosiers, the basketball stuff.
Actually, it's a weird situation. To the right, go out of her driveway, make a right, you're in the country. Go straight ahead or to the left, and you're in a warehouse zone. It's just the most bizarre thing.
Like, Indiana's a chill place. I would like it with you. I'd like all them chill places. Like, we're going to travel. I mean, I really hope that you still want to, because if you can let me know, but we got to travel. I mean, we'll have a great time. If you're worried about, anything as far as what you're going through, I'll take care of you. I promise you won't have nothing to worry about.
He'll take care of you. That translates into English to you will die. So the first Smoke 'em if you got 'em is over. Don't worry, there will be a bunch more before we're done. But after the first Smoke 'em if you got 'em, who always visits us, who always comes by to make things a little more incandescent than they are already. That's right, it's our favorite mascot. It's Schizo the cat. He's radiated, he's tripping balls, and he's all ours.
Like, I'll do whatever I need to do for you. If I got to pick you up and carry you everywhere, I gladly do it. I got no problem doing that. You know, but you're going to be okay, I promise. It's just really, really hard, you know, and I can't really speak on it because I've never even gone through something like this. And it's not right. You know, I'm really upset about it, to be honest. It's not right. You don't deserve this. And
there is DZ. He has returned, and I just got buried with comments, so I'm going to check for any new arrivals. And for the first time in this show, I'm going to have to start off right at the very bottom.
I just want you to be okay, you know. It's hard on me too. But yeah, I mean, we got to travel, man. We'll have so much fun, and that's all I meant when I was saying, you know, everything will.
Yeah, to my knowledge, this is still live. We're about 38 minutes behind.
Will be easy. It's going to be easy. We're not going to have to do much because the minute we get, like, if you could help me get this license unsuspended and get it back, and either way, once we get on the road, once we start driving and riding, this channel is going to take off because we're going to be doing couples content and people are going to pay more and more attention. We're going to be like a celebrity couple.
Oh, yeah. Our main feature of the evening is going to be a bomb. In the best possible way. Not a bomb as in a failure. A bomb as in it's just going to blow up all over him.
Power couple at that. And the views, mark my words.
Now, where my daughter lives is nice. But yeah, you get into downtown Indy. Yeah, it's not really someplace you want to walk the streets.
Predicting it right now, I'm a prophet. The views are going to skyrocket. And you're going to realize what I've been saying this entire time, that we're not going to need to work. We are going to work, but we're going to make quite a bit of money on here.
By not working. You're going to make quite a bit of money on here. I have a great time doing this, but I consider myself to, be at work right now. I do. I'm working as hard as I can to make you palatable to these good people that have decided to spend some of their day with us here on Negative 43 TV, like I'm supposed to.
Like, this is going to be like, it's a job, but we don't even have to look at it as that. It'll just be my little hustle, like you said. But it's something we'll work on together. And
damn, I just got bombed again, as in comment bombed. Here is Big O.L. Pappy. He's here right now, and Red Screen's here as well. Keep chatting. I may not get them all up, but hey, it's a sign of success.
I'll make a lot of money.
Or something like that.
Outside of that, like I said, I definitely want to do the food truck and all that. But what I'm saying is, I think I need to do some traveling first and take it easy. You need a break, honey. I mean, it was even in the readings. I need a break.
This always pisses me off. You don't need a break. You've been on a break ever since this fucking Batman thing started. You've more or less refused to work since this thing started. Job here, job there, but you're Batman. Get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Wow, Taiwi.
Vacation, I need a break. We need some real rest together. We'll go on our little pre-honeymoon. We'll do a real honeymoon too. They're both going to be real, but
there's no joke there. The joke there is the statement itself, and that's when the show gets easy to do.
The next one will be better, but we can start with the island, like I said, when we get out here. It'll all be part of our free honeymoon, but we got to go to the Riverwalk, San Antonio. I want to take you to the Rainforest Cafe and do some fun stuff. You know what I mean? just simple things, but
I certainly would, but one of the most disturbing things that came out of Money Mike's job was that she's still in the house. We didn't know, but we do know now. So we are taking action, Tyree, believe it.
we got to travel to do it. I mean, that's what I want to do with you. I think it'd be so fun. I mean, there's so much good food in Texas. Once you start traveling and moving around, I mean, you're gonna want to do it once you taste this food. Trust me, the barbecue is amazing. We got the best barbecue in the country, best barbecue in the world. I think Kansas City puts up a pretty good.
Well, he is unemployable, but we here at the Double OA, we make certain that anybody that he could possibly go to for work is they already know. We make sure that they know what they're dealing with when it comes to this bum.
Good competition, honestly. I think people underrate Kansas City, but it's a different kind of flavor. Kansas City's.
Yeah, he doesn't know it, but that house really is a paranoid schizophrenic's worst nightmare, and he does live there.
Different kind of breed. Texas is Texas. Texas is just tough cowboys like me, and we just make food different. Like, you get that real, home skillet taste.
There's Negasonic middle-aged dickhead. I'll read this for the listeners. You're in the right place, Nega. Does anyone know if RTS is doing Mike's video today? RTS isn't, but I am. He sent me his 28-minute edit, and that is going to be our main feature of the evening. So it's not coming through RTS. It's going to come through Negative 43 TV right here on Saturday Madness, and I'm honored to be able to do that.
Like, there's ribs out here, not out here, but up north in Texas, honey. Like, you won't be able to stop licking the rib, literally. It'll be that good. The salt they put on there.
Sticky is here, and I'm glad you mentioned Agent 47. Just a minute. Agent 47, Agent 47, come in. Yes, I need your perimeter report. 110 yards. Go ahead and close that circumference down to about 85 yards. No, not 85 yards. Roger.
What do you think they got these concepts? I don't care what they say for these restaurants like Saltgrass Steakhouse, that walking ripoff where you go in and they charge you everything. Like, I want a steak, $100. It's just a steak, $100. Like, Saltgrass, they're pretty good. Yeah, all right. Their appetizers look great, but they're too high priced, man. You got to have money.
I know exactly why he's brought salt up 8 or 10 times this past week or so. If you saw the video where I laid it out for him exactly what's been going on and what's been going on for years, when Mike took him to that Mexican restaurant, the one that's attached to the gas station, the one that he goes to all the time. Anyway, Mike blinked a message to the waitstaff. By blinking in Morse code, they then went back to the kitchen and they applied the retro virgin salt with a voodoo curse that guarantees that Tywee will never, ever get laid again. We got it from Jamila.
Money to eat there.
She's pretty cool that way.
We'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go to Papa Do's.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with any of that, but we're here.
I really want to go to Papacito's with you. Just remind me, honey, to be careful at these seafood places.
I'll have the secretary send a text, Kelchu.
I think, you know what we're going to have to do probably? You're going to have to probably take me to like a clinic, honestly, and I'm going to have to tell them that so they can give me a little thing.
And I'll bet you $1 to donuts. That's why he's mentioning salt so much.
So I can tell them, like, I keep having where I don't know if I can get near shellfish, and I would like to, eat seafood still. I can eat shrimp.
You don't know if you can get near shellfish? If you can eat shrimp, you're probably cool with every other kind of shellfish, because I understand shrimp is probably the worst allergy that you can have relative to seafood. But that's just me.
I can kind of eat fish. I eat tuna. I eat salmon. you know, but like,
Those aren't
can they give me
shellfish.
the little thing, that way I have it in case I try something and it doesn't agree, and I, you know, that way nothing happens to me, hopefully. That's scary as hell.
Ha ha!
And I mean, I go through all the time stuff with,
Ladies and gentlemen, Lobster gets all punny here on the show. I'll read it for the listeners. No, he definitely has a shellfish problem. Very good.
you know, my throat and all that, because they had to put me back together when I had that issue for 2 years. But I've been through everything,
I appreciate you more than I can tell you, and you just take your time.
man. But
And yeah, I'm a little pumped about it. I am.
I'm not watching shellfish. It's just, I'd like to get crab. None of it is.
That's very good news, Nega. We've been waiting for a long time for that dedicated satellite, and it's finally going to happen. That's great.
That good. I used to eat crab dip in San Antonio at what is it called? What's that place called on the Riverwalk? I can't
I'm sure it'll be just fine, Deez.
remember, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have to skip all that this time. Maybe I could try. That's why I want it with me.
Oh boy, I've had that grift running for some time, so I think right now the best thing I could do is bring up a sponsor. This portion of our show is brought to you by Imaginary Trillionaire.
Just in case, you know, I was eating a little bit of calamari. I think it's just going to take time. I think it's going to take time. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you, honey. Like, I kind of want to like get away for like an entire year. And I think that would help me, and just to like reset my allergies. That's usually what I have to do.
Sneedville has always been far too kind to me. Thank you.
And
Far too
I
kind.
just think that we would have so much fun. I think you would be like, and then like I said, I mean, like we can get everything set up first and take care of everything we were talking about. But I think we should just take off and go do this. And I mean, I'll do the Batman thing in different cities and states. I'll stop and talk to people all over the country.
Please welcome Logie Bear to Saturday Madness, and at the rate that I am going right now, the main feature of the evening should happen about somewhere between 6:45 and 7 p.m. Sneedville time. About, hour and 15 minutes.
Country. You know, it's going to be kind of like keeping up with the Woffords. Oh, for real.
Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, it's going to be bomb.
Remember the Woffords? Yeah, man, I miss him, bro. What happened to him, man? Are they okay? What happened? Like, I'm worried about him, bro. I ain't heard nothing from him in, what, months to a year? He disappears every time they go to jail or whatever. It's crazy. I can't imagine living like that, man. You know? It's really sad, and I give him credit. He was an older man, and he worked pretty hard. He would ask people for money, whatever he had to do, but I mean, it's still hustling. He'd get his bread, and he got those vans going. I give him credit, man. Like, seriously. Now, as far as martial arts, he's a complete joke, you know, but, you know, he's got a lot to learn, and he has no power, you know, but...
As far as martial arts goes, he's a joke. Have you really seriously looked at any of your fighting shorts from the last 2 weeks? The word ignorant suggests itself.
He knows a little bit. He's an all right guy. We're cool. I talk to him. We have no issues. Like, I would literally go hang out with him. You know, I wanted to help people like him who deserve it. You know what I mean, honey? I don't know if you know who they are. They had a channel they call Keeping Up with the Woffords.
Charles Wofford. He wants to help Charles Wofford. Now, boy, oh boy, it's been a long time since I heard that name. That's for damn sure. I have no use for that dog-killing fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Schizo the Cat for this week. It's time to badge up again. It sure is.
And it was Charles Wofford and Shelley Wofford. Hey, you know, I give them credit, man. They were generally pretty happy with each other.
Okay, I think I can assume that he's done with this particular stream. He's got one person watching now, which would be us, or would be me, and by extension, you. So let me see here. We have 31 minutes of this to go by the time I get done talking. Yeah, about 45 minutes to an hour.
You know, they didn't have much. They didn't have anything. You know, they were always homeless. That's what I'm saying. You know, love goes a long way, man. You know what I mean? It's genuinely caring for one another. And, you know, that's why I'll always respect that dude and her, you know, regardless. Because they were not bad people. They were good people.
He's talking about Charles and Shelley Wofford out of fucking nowhere. I haven't heard that name out of his mouth in 2 years.
These people are bad people who were sitting there messing with them. And these are the people I have a problem with on here. Right? Like I said, people on here don't play games. They don't come around me.
Yeah, they do deserve some heat. I actually rewrote their book about 5 years ago and retitled it Doubling Down with Stymie Gums.
Unless they paying me. You feel me? And even then, I don't really want to hear me. But yeah, I wanted to help people like that. You know, maybe we can figure out what's going on with them and maybe we can help them a little, honey. Cause see, he knows vans and stuff. He could help me get hooked up. Like we could get a cheap vehicle and we could turn it into a Batmobile. Like the dude, I think he probably knows mechanics and stuff. Like he might actually know. Well, I don't know about mechanics because you would have to pay to get his Asper van fixed a lot. But anybody does. You know, you can't do all of it by yourself. It's smarter. But I think he knows enough that he could help me. You know what I mean? Maybe that way we could put him on a little bit so he's not struggling anymore if he's okay. I don't know.
Oh, you're welcome, Lobster.
What happened to him? I need to find out somehow, but I don't know how to find out. But prayer.
Yeah, they were absolutely cruel to the dog. The dog got sick, then the dog got very sick, and then they just stood around and watched the dog die.
Prayers out to him, to Charles Wofford, Shelley Wofford. I hope they're okay. And
he would like them since they're total shit, both of them.
If you are, man, please make a video, some content. Let us know what's going on, man. You know, I hope he's all right. Sincerely.
What's going on with the Woffords? They're walking around Walmart.
But see, like a guy like that,
when they're not trying to sleep in their car, van, whatever the fuck it is, in a Walmart parking lot.
He could end up being real good at building stuff, and I might be able to utilize him to help me build the bat pods and the bat suits and everything that I need, right?
Yeah, they had a shock collar on him at one time, and those should be outlawed. Period.
Hold on. Let's take 8 days.
It takes 8 days. He must be bitching about traffic again. Or just bitching about something because it makes him feel good. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. I am Rich Barrettone. I certainly am. Say something, you mong. Please.
He doesn't know how to ride his bike. Sitting there looking like, what's up? But yeah.
Sitting there looking like, what's up? You won't do shit. You won't do shit. Your demeanor is not what you claim it to be. Are you ready? I say, Tywee, are you ready to get mega fucking embarrassed? It's coming soon on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. I am, of course, Rich Barrettone.
You know, someone like him, I can take someone like him. I want to help the real people who really need help and deserve it. You know what I mean, honey? Let me see here. You can pick just one city in all of Texas to live. Which city and why? It's a fun game. That's cool. Like I said, we're going to have here as a base to operate out of and start. You know, that'll be beautiful. But I'm just saying, is that what you want to do? Do you definitely want to live in Texas? You can let me know privately. It's none of their business. But I really want to get out of this state. I mean, Texas sucks.
Unless she wants to live there. Unless she wants to live there. The situation, honestly, is completely joked out. But I'm going to change that next week. Yes, I am. I'm going to drop dime on who Christina actually is and what her job is within the double OA. It's true.
It's all right. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but the living cost is too high in Texas, and it is in a lot of places. But I just think we could find somewhere that
For you, the living cost would be too high. Anywhere you go, Command Shift 3, click of camera eye. He degrades every fucking day.
that we really like. But at the same time, I understand what you're saying. You know, I get it. Remember when you were talking about you had that dream about buying land in Oklahoma? That might be something that we do. But man, Oklahoma is.
Oh yeah, he's being briefed every day, and he submits to us every single day. It is amazing the text that we have.
Just so, I don't know, Oklahoma is just depressing, man. It's the way, I don't know, it's like the aura there is just weird. I don't know. Oklahoma's a weird place. There's just too much demonology going on in all these places. They got it going on at UT too.
Demonology in Oklahoma? Okay, I guess.
They got it going on in Austin. But, you know,
That I would believe.
they hide it pretty well, or at least they've tried. I mean, it's all pretty much public and apparent at this point. But, you know, long story short, if that's what you want to do, cool. I mean, you know what area I really think is cool?
What's
Is
that?
the one I was showing you, like around Austin, around Travis County, I think. But there's like these areas that look like basins almost, and they got these huge rivers, kind of like where I went to high school.
Kind of like the same fucking shit over and over again.
Like St. Michael's Academy, you can look that up. That area is beautiful.
Please welcome a new arrival to Sneedville. Right here in the Negative 43 TV studios, it's Rob B33. Welcome.
I don't care what nobody says. That's the area. That's the rich area. Like Westlake. Like where I grew up. Like
Wait. He just admitted he grew up in a rich neighborhood. He certainly did that. You grew up in the Barton Creek subdivision of Barton Hills. Top 1% of all residential real estate in the entire fucking country. Yeah.
you know, that wouldn't be too bad. You know, you want to talk about a safe area for the most part? That's where I went to high school. I went to Hill Country Middle School. I went to high school with Nick Bowles. Like I said, I used
Hill Country Middle School. Boy, that sounds ghetto AF, doesn't it?
to get him in practice in football, and he would get mad at me. He was a quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
I don't know if he got traded or what. He's a failure. He lost passes. Yeah, he couldn't even.
He won a Super Bowl ring. He's one of the greatest backup quarterbacks in the history of the entire fucking league.
Hang with me in practice. I was the smallest kid in the school. But my whole point is, you know, he would get mad. But my whole point is, I grew up out there in Westlake. That's actually the rich, snobby area. You know, I come from both. Then I went to the hood later after I got.
He comes from both, which of course is absolutely impossible.
Out of high school, and then I just kept getting exposed to different hoods and ghettos because I was just that guy. Something kept calling me. Literally, you know, I'd be on the nice side of town, and something would be like, "Go to the ghetto, Tyree." Like,
You say quite a lot. Isn't it dangerous over there? More than once. That's what you just said. Bullshit.
all right, all my friends were in the hood. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been involved with the culture.
Shamrock has returned, so of course, so will the 4-leaf Shamrock. Gotta do it. Got to do it.
This is what I come from. Like, and they roll with me heavy. They accept me. Like 9 times out of 10. I mean, really 10 times out of 10. I mean, they accept me. I really have a past because I'm just who I am. It's naturally ingrained in me. It's not fake. People know. You know, even TJ knows that. You know, it's not something that I can change. It's just who I am. I couldn't help it if I tried, you know. So it's like.
Okay, I have just been emailed the results of this stream that we're looking at right now. You know how much money you made that you're never going to see a dime of, Tyree? About $9 grand. How many views did you have? About 25, 30,000. What does it say you had? 50? It's like you're in our little glass menagerie here.
You know, that's a beautiful area, like Barton Springs area. Do you like swimming, honey? Because you know they got that. I mean, we could go where I grew up if you want. It'd be kind of expensive, I'm sure, but.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? You came from Barton Creek. I came from a neighborhood in Columbus, Ohio called German Village. When we first moved there, it was a lower middle class neighborhood that was actually 35% German speaking, well, Germans. And all of a sudden, by the time my dad sold out, it was an upper class neighborhood. I mean, like $1 million homes. You can't go back to Barton Creek. I can't go back to German Village. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Might be able to find something decent out there. I don't know. Yeah, that's all. I just don't want to spend too much money. I'm thinking, you know, the right way and ahead, and the mistakes I've made before kind of.
Doesn't want to spend too much money, wants to move to Barton Creek.
Or not so much made, but what I've seen other people make, you know. But Barton Springs is a beautiful area. They got Deep Eddy, I think it's called, or is that what it is?
And thank you for being here, everybody. Wave goodbye to Kelchu Bordnor. As we say, ooh-ah, good night.
It's called, yeah, the pool I grew up in. They got this huge pool out there, and I've been wanting to go there. And I don't even know how to get there on the bus line in Austin, so I ain't done it forever. And I ain't even gone there as an adult, and like, it's an awesome pool.
Oh, God.
You would like that.
No.
You just go swim all day, and like, you know, that's all I want us to have, a beautiful life, especially, you know, if we have kids. I want it to be a place where you can raise kids, and that's a good place. Like, you don't get no better than Westlake in Austin. I'm sorry. If you're gonna raise kids, that's where you do it at, in my opinion. That's really how I feel. Any other place, like Boston, all these other areas, you can't do it in Baltimore, that's for sure. There's
Well, okay, yeah.
too much going on in these other cities. If you want to live somewhere safe, Westlake, where I grew up, I was supposed to go to Westlake and be the star in all the sports, but like I said, they set me up out of jealousy.
I played team sports from the time I was 5 until the time I was 19 years old. If you're the best player, there are going to be other people that are in fact jealous of you. You know what they're not going to do? They're not going to kick you off the team or plot to keep you off the team, because no matter how much of a fucking dick you might be, you're a good ball player. That's the way that one breaks. I've seen it myself. You don't qualify. You don't fit the description.
Yeah. Then I went to St. Michael's, the derivative private school, and they did the same thing, hated on me, tried to hold me back. Right.
Again, if you're a star athlete, this does not happen anywhere.
And I still prove my point. That's why I came
If you are a star athlete, you actually get away with fucking murder because of it.
down here and went to St. Joe's High
They always have and they always will.
School because I knew that they played against St. Michael's in basketball, and I got my revenge. I am vengeance, because I had more points than anyone on either team, and everyone had to give me a standing ovation because they know what happened to me.
Garbage. Absolute fucking lie. You've told it before, but every time it just gets more frustrating and becomes even more of a source of anger for me. Anybody that hears that story is going to know that you are literally blowing shit out of your ass. Nothing new about that at all. Ladies and gentlemen, this portion of this show right here is being brought to you by I Need a Budget.
With my teeth and all that. You know what I mean? And it was in a flag football game, and it was with the top recruit in the country. It was a 6'9" Ethiopian. And like I said, he was crying 10 feet behind me, and I was standing in the...
I did, in fact, use the intro. I have two versions of it. I have the version for the rest of the year, and I do have the version for my birthday. Also, little editing there. But yes, I played it. It's great. Thank you.
Same place, not shedding one tear. So, I am Billy Tough Guy. That's right. So, at the end of the day,
you have a meek, mild demeanor, and you have a tendency to stare at the ground a lot.
We can do whatever you want, honey. There's nothing that'll ever become an argument because we have nothing to worry about. That's all I'm telling you. Just don't worry about nothing. You know, whatever you want, we will do. We can make anything.
Please welcome Sheriff Consent to Saturday Madness right here, right now. And look at the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Can you feel it? Can you feel it coming on? You should, because there's the pit boss. It's our second Smoke 'em if you got 'em right here on Negative 43 TV. Let's light it up, or have a sip, or maybe something to eat. Whatever you enjoy is what Smoke 'em if you got 'em is all about.
Happen pretty easily. It's not going to be difficult. We're going to have money coming in from this. We'll have money coming in once we get the businesses built and rolling, right?
I appreciate it, Sticky, and you just let me know. No rush.
We're going to be able to do a lot of business that's fun. It's all going to be fun, you know, but like when you first get here physically to me, let's just go have fun and take a break and get away from it all. That's what I need.
Oh, man, this will never not piss me off no matter how many fucking times I hear it.
But please, if you can, let me know if that's cool with you, if you agree. You know, you need some real rest. It's different when you're actually able to get rest with who you love and chill and relax. You know, that's what we need. We don't have to be in a hurry for anything. No rush. The whole point, you know,
Well,
I want to get away from the pressure.
That's a good thing, because you've been getting played like a violin by some guy in Louisiana for the better part of the last 4 years. And do you feel dumb yet? Yada.
You know, I don't live my life under pressure. There's no pressure. I don't care what the world is doing. You understand? I move at my own pace. I'm like a turtle.
A turtle?
The tortoise.
Turtle? No. A sloth? Yeah.
Just won the race, not the hare. Remember that. That's all. That's what people don't get. I go at my own pace. The hares are all these people that have their...
So you're saying you're slow? In probably an all-encompassing manner, you are in fact slow.
Fans out. They're greedy. They're selfish, right? They want everything. Mine. That's them.
That's not weird.
And me, I'm sitting here like, always been, you know, meek, the meek shall inherit the earth. Never really asked for much. Never cared. Never was trying to be the first in line.
I'm reminded of a line from a Frank Zappa song, and the meek shall inherit nothing.
Time for a job or anything like that. And look at it, I'm way ahead of all of them. The tortoise wins the race every time. You can't operate under stress. You have to be calm. You've got to let go of trying to control everything. So it might be something I can show you and teach you in time. But it's a really good thing to have. You know, you don't have to worry ever. You don't have to stress ever. There never has to be a sense of urgency. None of that, because it's all programmed in me already.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Paranoid schizophrenia meeting NPD. It's just kind of a wacky deal, isn't it, kids?
Well, I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. It's like me trusting God. God asks me all the time, do you trust me? Yes. You know, I'm not in a hurry.
Obviously.
I'm just trying to get what I need, the resources, like people to donate, because I need that right now, you know. And next month, I think things are going to get better pretty quickly. So,
based on what exactly? Explain, please.
The hell was that?
Or not.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Here, something.
Wow, it's the best part of the show.
Not an animal, or I don't know if it's a snake.
Oh boy.
Weird. But yeah, oh man, I'm tired. I'm just sore today, man. Stuff takes it out of you.
Oh, that's a clippable quote right there.
But yeah, you're gonna love those new videos, honey. Please watch them. But yeah, we, you know, like you said, yeah, we, you know, nothing is finite. We can pick a place, see what we like, see
nothing is finite. He doesn't know what finite means.
how it goes.
Almost nothing is infinite. Almost everything is finite.
I want to go about things real slowly, calmly, and one step at a time. That's all.
Oh, God.
You know, if you just trust me, put your trust and faith in me, I will not steer you wrong. I know.
He's out of touch. He's out of time. It's not just an old Hall & Oates song anymore.
But like I said, everything we had talked about, we can get that done, get everything moving the right way, right? All that'll be good. Get everything fixed up. Everything will be awesome, right? And then, like I said, we could be at the island the whole time doing what we do, right? And then, once we get, you know, a couple things done, what we need, right? We can go ahead. I don't want to stick around. We can go ahead and skedaddle on to San Antonio. San Marcos can be our first stop. I want to take you to the outlets. We can go look around, whatever. If you like stuff, you can get it. You'll have money. Right? There's tons of cool stuff, but I want you to go there with me because there's restaurants and stuff, and we could try to see about the inner tubing. If you can't do that, that's fine.
Restaurants and inner tubing. We can see about restaurants and inner tubing. I've never thought about those two together or put them together in a sentence ever in my life.
And we can go check out the water if you want. Anything you want to do, we can do. Like I said, I will take care of you. Even no matter what was going on.
I will take care of you and you will pay for it all. Thank God it's never going to happen, huh, kids?
If I have to carry you, that is perfectly fine. I will make sure you're okay, okay? So you don't have nothing to worry about. You're with me. I got you. So, like I said, we'll go to San Marcos. Next stop will be San Antonio. You know, we may make some pit stops along the way. We'll go to Austin. And that's how we'll start. That way, while we're doing our couples content.
Lobster says, read it for the listeners. Anything you want to do, we can do as long as you're paying, honey. If you got the money, honey, I got the time.
And I'm talking on the podcast. I'm sure at that point you'll talk with me because you're going to be with me. And
the last 15 minutes have been about old songs. Have you noticed?
And if you want, we can talk publicly. It won't be like Don and Eli. You won't have to sit in a chair behind me. You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. It's just up to you what you'd like to do. But if you want, you know, you could talk on there with me and we could just talk about our moves and what we want to do. You don't have to, you know, or let me do the talking. That's fine either way. But point is, I'll be talking about what we're doing. And, you know, they'll see you on camera.
Indeed, Just Chillin' still live, should be here probably for another hour and a half, and we're not that far away from our main feature here on Saturday Madness, 12 minutes after the hour.
Camera with me, and they're going to be mad as hell. I think 100% we should do live streams together, but I'm probably going to record them. They won't be live. That way we can leave whatever hotel we're in.
We should do live streams. I'll probably record them. They won't be live. Then they're not live streams.
So there's no issue. You can get out. I'm not going to play those games at all. You know. So, like I said, end of the day, that's about it. I mean, go up to Austin, and like I said, after that, we can figure out where else we want to go. I'm thinking maybe
frying a Pop-Tart in butter. Sounds decadent as hell to me.
Like College Station. And the whole thing is I can start getting in touch with these ministry homes, ministry groups and stuff like that, or whatever, whoever I have to talk.
Oh, speaking of sweet things, I have a couple of pints of fat-free, sugar-free ice cream that I have made. In fact, I think I'll go ahead and put that in the creamy right now, which means I'll be muting the microphone. And which also means what, kids? Could be another winner of the mute game. We've already had one. Let's see what happens. Negative 43 TV, Saturday Madness.
Talk to figure out how it works, to see, like, could we end up, number one, could we end up living in one of those homes, using one of those homes? And number two, as another resource, right? And number two, could we, what do you call it? You know, because you have to understand those church ministry homes, they struggle. I mean, they struggle to get hotels when they travel. They struggle to get Airbnbs. I don't know why. I don't know if they're using the money and embezzling or what, but you know, they struggle. I mean, it ain't nobody living good right now. We're going to be living good. We're going to be living high off the hog, able to do what we want. We're just going to be conservative and conserve our resources, you know. But yeah, whatever you like, we will do. I mean, that's the thing, you know. I'm just saying, don't limit your options or yourself as to whatever you want. Whatever you want, we can do. We can make it happen. Anything. All right, hold on. Oh, okay. I think she was asking me if I could pick one city in Texas. Yeah, I would say, well, I don't know, man. I like San Antonio. I love San Antonio. I think San Antonio, honestly, I think it'd be super cool. It's just chill. Like, you know, there's bad stuff that happens. It's not that safe all the time, but like, if you just like stay out the way, it's super cool. If we have money, they have plays, honey. They have plays where like the rich folks go, and like we go in there and watch the plays. It's beautiful. It's a whole auditorium. You could drink, I think, alcohol. You order whatever food you want. I would say San Antonio in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even worry about Barton Springs, because San Antonio, the cost of living is cheap. Like, that's the thing. Like, we can literally go there and we could rent something if you want to start. That would just be, if we're going to move around first, obviously, right? And we can, you know, go, you know, apartment hunting or whatever, or house hunting, and see what they got out there. I bet you get a beautiful home in San Antonio. I don't care what nobody says. San Antonio is pretty cool. Yeah, all right. I've heard some people say Houston is nice. Houston's cool. Like, Houston has, it'd be perfect for Batman, I guess. You got the good areas, good stuff, and you got the criminal underworld there. So it'd be like best of both worlds. You get the horrible part, if Batman needs to do what he does, and then you get the good part. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, we could take a look at Houston, but I just heard too many bad things. I don't want to look at Houston. I really don't. I just think it doesn't have anything to offer. Another place that I think might be all right for us, honestly, is College Station. I think College Station would be cool. It's just a college town. That way you have, you know, a different crowd there. That tends to, you know, things happen, but that tends to keep things a little bit more normalized. You know what I mean? Where when the hood riffraff tries to act out of character, they, you know, go to jail or whatever. I think College Station would be cool. They got restaurants out there. It should be pretty cool. You know, I stayed out there for a little bit. They got a mall. Mall's pretty nice. You know, basic stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're just gonna have to find a spot you like. I would say San Antonio in a heartbeat, though. I don't know. I mean, I keep bringing up San Antonio, so obviously that might be where I want to live with you. I think San Antonio is it. I think that it's a good place. It's chill. It's calm. It's a great place for business and commerce because it's chill. It's not like Austin that's too overpopulated. You got all these tourists coming in. You got to deal with all their little attitudes. You can't do nothing in Austin. I'm not saying that we can't do the food truck there and restaurant, but we could do that, but it's very hectic. San Antonio to me is more like calm. Like, you can really move around San Antonio pretty comfortable, and the feel of it is cool. Like I'm saying, like, especially if you got money, you don't have to go spending like crazy. You go pay to go to one of these plays. Like I said, you sit down, you'll have a great time with one of those with me. I mean, all that stuff is cool, you know. The other places I like are honestly in Florida. I like Orlando. I think Orlando's all right, even though they got their crazy things that happen here and there. That lady who was Pocahontas, I think she was being haunted by a ghost, and they arrested her because she was acting crazy. And it shows her on the recording. She says, "I don't know what that is," and the guy's not even listening. He just blames her and arrests her, and you could see a little ghost go under the door. So she was being haunted, and I think it's because, like I said, she maybe sold her soul but she was a part of Hollywood. She was the voice of Pocahontas, and now she's an old lady, and she was crying, and she said that she just had enough. I'm guessing they're doing to her what they try to do to everybody, you know. But when you stand with God, there's not too much they can really do. You know, everybody needs God. They need to believe in God. There's another one who looks scared of everything. It'd always be y'all who have all this material. You got these huge trucks. You got businesses. You're doing this and that, and you're scared of everything. So funny, ain't it? Like I told you, life is about fear. Love and fear and conquering fear. It ain't all about money and this and that. And it's just so funny. You know, that's the thing. I never want to live like that where we don't have a way of surviving if we don't have to run a business. That means you're doing bad. That doesn't mean you're doing good. We're going to have money, honey. You're going to have plenty of money. You're not going to have to worry about a thing. Money solves a lot of problems. It really does. We'll be okay. You know what I mean? You won't ever have to worry. That's the thing. I want you to enjoy that. Because most people would do anything to be in that position. In your position, in my position, in our position we're going to be in. People do anything, man. Take it easy, you know. So that's all I'm saying. Just take it easy and chill. Of course we're going to work, but let's work building something. See what I'm saying? Let's work for ourselves. You don't ever want to work for anyone else. It wouldn't make any sense. You're going to be a millionaire. Why would you work for someone else? It wouldn't make sense. Millionaires don't work for other people. They build their own businesses. You know what I mean? But my deal is I just want to build these businesses. I want to live humbly. You know, it'll be nice. But that's what I'm saying. I think we should go to San Antonio. I think they got a good living cost. I think you can do pretty much everything you want to do there. They got all the car dealerships. You know, you were saying that we both would have cars. I guess you want to give me a car at some point or something, or some kind of Batmobile vehicle or something. You know, like I said, stuff like that. They got the dealerships there to fix them. You know what I mean? Like,
and I have returned, and I'll be doggoned. I remembered to turn the mic back on. So that is always a good thing, never bad. Another thing that is always good, King Blazy, Gold God and Silver Stacker is here now too.
You know, that way, you know, I mean, we don't have to go overboard on anything, but that way everything is right there, local. I like San Antonio. There's some pretty decent people there. I've had some friends there before. Maybe I'll run into some of them and I can try to alleviate whatever has gone on and we can be all right. Some of them used to play those little card games, honey, at those little places. I always wanted to do that. I want to do stuff I've never done. But at the time, I was too preoccupied in my mind with other stuff. Now I'm like more at peace, at least not physically with what I go through, but as far as with God. And I want to try those little card games. Like, what is it called? Like Dragon's Lair or whatever? It's like what all the nerds play, but I want to try to do it. I think it'd be cool. We could do.
Oh, I hope everybody here is doing as well as I am. And it's almost time for the feature of the evening.
Go do chill stuff like that. They got little spots, like secret spots in these places. You go in there and you sit down and you can.
Yeah. Take it on the road, Lobster.
Play the card game. You know, like, why not? Just basic stuff. That's what makes me happy, you know. Order a pizza and bring us a whole pizza and you know, share it, whatever, and sit there and eat and play the card game.
His dreams get big, then they get small, then they get big, then they get small, and on and on and on it goes.
And you can learn it together. You know, there's plenty to do in San Antonio. They got Taco Cabana. Is the best Taco Cabana, in my opinion, one of the best in the at least in the state. I don't know if they have them outside of Texas.
There's plenty to do in San Antonio. They have a taco joint.
I don't think so. San Antonio's got a good Taco Cabana, a couple of them, I think. Breakfast there is delicious. I'll eat breakfast from Taco Cabana every day. Straight up. I'll have those Mexicana eggs any day of the week. And they got some, I think they got huevos rancheros breakfast. Taco Cabana, man, I'm craving that so bad. I want some so bad right now. I think we should do
You're craving anything. Hot, cold, found in a dumpster, just something to eat.
San Antonio. So I'm glad you asked me that. I truly think that. I think that's where we need to be. Anywhere else just doesn't really do it justice. San Marcos, kind of boring, in my opinion. It's not what it is. Not to live. If San Antonio, we can go just, all we got to do, like I'm saying, we might be able to get a place right there on the Riverwalk, and we just won't tell anyone. Do you know, that's like my dream life. Really, that's like one of my dreams in the past that I had. That was like my dream life. Like, I want to get a little place, or even like an actual home where we own a condo, you know, something like that, right there on the Riverwalk. If you want to start renting and then over time, as more money comes in or whatever, we could do that, or maybe rent to own. But man, those apartments, I'm sure they're beautiful. And like, you just always get to see the.
Honestly, I don't know if he is or not. All I know is RTS said that he couldn't do it. So this is why we are where we are right now.
People, all you got to worry about is if anything crazy happens, you know. And I mean, it's not, things don't really happen like that over there, you know. And I'm pretty sure they have security and stuff. And you know me, I like to make sure everything is safe and protected anyway, so we can work on that and try to fix that too as much as we can. But I mean, it would be pretty cool. You might hear some music and stuff at night sometimes. You might have to deal with a little bit of noise. I'm sure there's an answer for that too. I mean, it would just be a cool thing.
Yeah. And
so, yeah, I'm really glad you asked me that question. That's where I want to live. I want to live in San Antonio. You know, I still want to do everything that we talked about. You know what I'm saying? But I think we should do San Antonio, and I think we should check that out first. I just think you would love it with me. I think we would have such a good time. It'd be refreshing. Like, I don't know, God is telling me that's what I should do. Honestly, San Antonio, every fiber of my being is saying that. I don't know why. So, yeah, I'll do San Antonio with you. And then, like I said, we can maybe check it out for a time if I'm happy there, if we're happy, and then start traveling. You know what I'm saying? It was always pretty chill to me. It was pretty cool. It was like a safe haven. There wasn't too much going on.
But you said 10 minutes ago San Antonio sucks.
People ain't too much up in your business. It's not too bad. Like, people are generally cool. A lot of it's pretty upscale downtown. So, I mean, you know, get your riffraff, of course, that goes to the mall and this and that, but they got that Ripley's Believe It or Not place there. That's pretty cool. It's like a little ride and things. Like, they've got stuff to do out there. And I'm just saying, those plays have different plays. They have the IMAX theater. I mean, you can't beat that. They've got everything you need, basically. And then you're in Central Texas, so if you want anything else, like let's say you say, hey, let's go to Westlake today. So I can show you what it's like out there, and we can go. I think it used to be called TCDY. It's an ice cream place they used to go to. And they got Thundercloud subs. We used to get sandwiches there before the basketball games when I played basketball in middle school. And
Dream big, dude. Dream big, all the way from Australia, and he's here right now. It's downrange. You may know him as Game Over as well.
I was little back then. They got a little bit of everything. You know, not that great, but it's just real chill. We could do that, go to Westlake. You know, I want to live in San Antonio with you, and I probably want to get a kitten. I don't want anything that's too hard to manage, just maybe like...
I want to live in San Antonio with you, and I probably want to get a kitten. I could take every drug known to man, right up to the point of unconsciousness, and you never come up with that.
Like a kitten.
Fuck me.
You know, and we might just wait on that for a little bit for when we travel, and then once we get the traveling out of our system, you know, that's what I would do. I'd go to San Antonio, check it out.
TCBY was really good back in the day, but I'm not even sure they're still open.
Like, rent a place or try something out and talk to them and tell them, hey, we're going to come back and we're interested in buying, maybe, if that's what we want to do. Not that we have to. But just tell them we're going to think about it, and then we go travel, then come back, and then see if we want to kind of settle down there for a minute. And then, like I said, it's just a trip away to get to Austin, so it'd be perfect to go set up this food truck and restaurant and all that, you know what I mean? And we could do it in San Antonio too. Might be able to find a spot in San Antonio and revolutionize the food truck game. I don't know. You know, I thought about that too. It might be the perfect place to do it. I don't know. Austin's okay for it. I mean, they were kind of struggling with business a lot too, so don't get me wrong, but
I'm saying, Sticky friend, a Pop-Tart and butter. Yeah, I don't know how that couldn't be good.
I need to go talk to that lot in Austin, the one I worked in. I need to see what's going on. I'm sure it's going to be, I already know what it's going to be, but I need to talk to him and say, look, how do I get a position in here somehow? Like, do I need to work here? Is there a job? The older man, he was acting like he was in charge.
He never has said where he's going to meet her at. I don't know. It's like we can get together and then go to San Antonio, which is, good Lord in heaven, it's Taiwan.
To the lot. So they must have been paying him something. He was living off a Section 8 free apartment because he was homeless, you know, trying to act like he was something he wasn't. So it's like,
trying to act like somebody he wasn't. You're criticizing someone for that. Fuck ever, dude.
A dude like that, if he can do that, and his place, they had constant problems where he lived. We're not going to live like that. We're going to live good with no problems, not having to deal with riffraff people. You see what I'm saying? But that way, you know, if we want, we just migrate to Austin and say, hey, let's go ahead and try to do this here for a minute. You don't want to live in Austin. You just don't. I mean, even Westlake, it's expensive. You know, it's not.
Even Westlake sucks. 15 minutes ago was the best place in the world to raise kids.
That's great. It's kind of boring. You know, I mean, you want to live in San Antonio. That river walk, it'll never get boring. It won't. Because you go out there at night. They got the lights. They got the boat. Data going. You know.
Just chilling. I'm very glad to see I'm not the only one who thought that.
You can sit there and get on the boat and eat your meal. And the lights are just beautiful. The pictures I showed you. I say San Antonio 100%. That's my dream city to live in with you, is San Antonio. You know what I mean? Anything else would have to be out of state probably, and I wouldn't know until I go over there again. I think San Diego could be decent, but
my only question, Sticky, would be, are we talking about frosted Pop-Tarts here?
That's great. San Diego, same thing, kind of boring. Everybody's poor everywhere. That's what you got to understand. Like, we're going to have money. We're going to basically be running the city wherever we go. We're going to be able to do whatever the hell we want. So, at the end of the day, just focus on us, do us, and make the right moves business-wise. We're going to have a free pathway to just build together. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I just know how things really work. It's going to be fun. I really just want to go out places to eat with you. You know, I want to get me a Fuddruckers burger so bad, bro. Oh my goodness, I want one so bad.
We used to have Fuddruckers, never could say it, in Columbus. They left years ago. I believe they're still in business, though.
I haven't had one in so long. We'll talk, so we'll do that. We definitely gonna eat a Fuddruckers. All right, I love you, honey. I'll be back. I'll message you right now.
And that was Batman is the most powerful being ever, right here on Saturday Madness, 32 minutes after the hour. I am Rich Veritone. So for right now, the second Smoke 'em if you got 'em comes to an end. That doesn't mean you have to stop smoking. It just means that it's not a formal thing anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, upper right-hand corner, time to salute our friends in the Red Triangle Syndicate. God love them. So now we arrive at the big feature, and I do mean the big feature of the evening. Oh, absolutely. I wasn't supposed to run this initially. This was going to be Sticky and Money Mike, then it was going to be RTS and Mike, and it fell to me. So I'm honored to do this. I sincerely hope that Mike isn't feeling undercut by any of this, nor should he. What we are about to see is just one of those things that can be watched over and over and over again. Believe me. Maybe Sticky, you can host him once your schedule calms down, and we can get his commentary on what we are about to see right now. And this is a 28-minute edit that RTS did of video supplied, of course, by Agent Money Mike. This is very revealing. This is extremely revealing. And he spends 28 minutes proving conclusively that he is nothing that he says that he is. So let me go ahead and put that in full screen for reasons I will never understand. This is what we are here for this evening. So let me go ahead and get caught up with all of your comments before we dive into this thing. Here, stays hard even with the butter in the pan. That's always good to stay hard when the butter's in the pan. I felt like that forever. Okay, yes indeed, crude jokes. You're in fact in the right place. I'm going to hit the candy-colored button, but not before I say hi to Donate. He's here right now, and you are here just in time, ladies and gentlemen. It's an edit from RTS, again, of footage obtained by Money Mike. This is Mad Lonely Schizophrenic Man at Park, not Jason Bourne or Batman, -43TV. Here we go.
Good point, though.
I'd rather build my own business than work for someone else.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you that.
Slow for some time, you know.
Well, I was going to ask
It'll
you that
get
why we haven't seen you have like a 9-to-5 job or whatever. So you
In a while. I mean, I worked since I was 16.
Uh-huh.
So I mean,
That's not the question he asked. You've been working since you were 16. The question was, why don't you get a fucking job? I will read what is currently on the screen for the listeners, of course, because you can't read it yourself. It says, blah, blah, blah. The following is a portrait of the boring, uneventful life of a sad, lonely, homeless man who imagines his life is similar to a Jason Bourne movie. Let the footage show the truth that Tyree Sneed is a quiet, reserved weirdo who hangs out alone at empty parks. He is in fact not Jason Bourne or Batman, but a sad, lonely guy who will take attention from anybody. Yep, that's about it. Sure is. Leave that up there.
Yeah,
Here we
baby!
go. First
I
contact.
I just said when I saw his mother that I knew I was going to find him. I fucking succeeded. I found that motherfucker. Look at him right there. Oh.
That is actually more pathetic looking. Once you see the whole thing, it's just far more pathetic than I imagined.
Shit, he's going to see me. I got to put the camera down. Batman. Where is he? Hold on. There he is right there. There he is to the left by the Honda sign. So this is right on the same street that the sports complex is on. So that's definitely him. He's definitely him.
Walking the bike again, so very stupid, but you got to assume the tires are flat.
So I guess I'll just go over to the sports complex and park my car. There, he's gonna see me if I'm too obvious. Too obvious. This is Tyree going to the where the hell is he? Oh, hold on. Okay. Zooming in, I can't find him. He's there. There he is. And they have some workers there cleaning the place right now. So he's probably gonna be shocked when he goes to use the restroom and there's like two males cleaning the thing. Yeah, so he's making a beeline to the restroom, which, like I said, if you want to get out of the rain, you're gonna basically go in there. So listen to how hard it's raining.
He's out there walking in what amounts to a fucking monsoon because his delusions demand it. Oh my fucking God. And his feet can't afford to get soaked again.
Out there, Tyree is literally walking out there with his bike with his bad outfit right now. He's probably just about gotten to the pavilion by now. I guess it looked like he could go stand in the bathroom to get out of the rain if he wanted to. But I mean, he's okay. I just got back over to the Tyree Sneed house. The front door and the back door are open. There was a female, appeared a female, was sweeping. Looked like a woman.
This is legitimately concerning to me. I believe that is Aminda. I believe that's her name, Tyree Sneed's mom. We'd been wondering for a long time, was she still there? Well, now we have confirmation thanks to Agent Mike, and the security at this place, oh Lord, it's been stepped up. We have called in people this weekend just to form the perimeter around the house the way it should be formed once he arrives home.
Soon, probably like 650 to 70. I'm not sure, but yeah, so the doors are open to the house right now. Somebody is in there. Just So, yeah, it's definitely a female. I can't even.
Do you see that tree to your left? It's actually Sticky in disguise.
Yeah, there's definitely an older female, and they're sweeping. So
very well blurred out.
I don't know.
Can't tell.
Look?
And look at how small she is. And she's around Tyree. Good Lord in heaven. It's a legitimate concern. At least it is for me. God bless her.
Like it could be his mother. Here we are with Tyree. I've let him know I'm from YouTube. He's cool with it.
We're good, yes.
So we're gonna do a pull-up challenge here and see who can do more pull-ups.
Yes, this is Money Mike. You will hear Money Mike. You won't see him, but the voices are obviously Tywee's Need and Agent Money Mike. He's going to show you how you do it right now. Before we even get started, really, I should point out some things. First of all, your little gym area there at that park, it's been totally staked out at this point. My goodness. You let your guard down immediately. You're always talking about, oh, people, I'm unapproachable. I'm scary and intimidating. I'm X, Y, Z. The word bullshit really, really jumps to the fore. But anyhow, we know exactly where this place is now. Yeah, and that's not necessarily going to be good for you. Will it be sooner? Will it be later? Oh, who knows? Just know that there are cameras every fucking where now.
Either or. Okay.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
God, man, I have so many. I don't even watch TV, honestly. I do. I have so many things I've subscribed to. Mostly I like smaller channels, but I don't know. It's hard to say a favorite one.
Now, if you look right here at the back of the white beater to the right side, you are going to see formation of muscle that just looks very, very abnormal. Very abnormal.
Let me see. Can't really say a favorite one. Do you have a favorite one?
No, I did 143 today.
It's like the muscles are in the wrong fucking place or something.
So
143
okay.
earlier.
Do you want to hold the phone while I do it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta get a lot, right? So what if you want to leave it somewhere? You gotta shoot a lot.
out here, around here, not really. I think they're like, right?
Yeah, and this is really the largest point to be made. That's a double OA agent. Within his personal space, that's exactly what it is. You let your biggest enemies within 3 feet of you, within a foot of you. Oh my goodness, the only thing that you should be thankful for right now is that the mission that Mike was on was not Operation Hammer Smashed Face, coming soon to a hobo near you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just torn up because it came pretty good. Yeah, I tear everything up. I got like 3 more ones that are all screwed up somehow. Tires gone or tires torn, you know?
Yeah. Why aren't you?
I heard the phrase tires gone. Shocking, I know.
So straight up, I'm from YouTube. You know.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. So I came here. I came here from Houston. I just wanted to meet you. So nice to meet you, dude.
Shit, cool. How you doing?
So
What's your name? Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do if you check out the video, but it's the way I train. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at this fucking tool. If Mike was sent down there on a mission of violence, it's all over. He has no sense of what's going on around him. Again, Tywee, I know you're watching. I just know you're watching. Yeah, that was a double OA agent. You got visited by Ooh-ah. Absolutely. While I'm stopped here, let me go ahead and talk about his pants for a minute. Talk about how he's dressed in general. The shirt is too tight. The pants are probably 6 sizes too big. And the pants, those pants on him do in fact look like a melted candle. Absolutely. And yeah, this was just Monday of this week.
Like when I was doing the curls, everybody else, they
It's killing me too, but it gets better.
Yeah. It was a base in the top. And it peaks the bicep. And you come out down negative, and it got me to the 90 pounds that I was doing. I did it fresh out of jail.
Because I saw that the one video where you were doing it, and like
all legit. I mean,
people were concerned you might hurt yourself because you were kind of like struggling to kind of like throw it up, basically.
Nobody was concerned. See, that was put that way. Lately, I've been watching so much old bowling. I just can't explain why. It's just been fun to watch. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. It'll come back to me.
It takes kinetic energy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is,
energy transfer.
Ah, yes. Hello to Tucker's Doghouse.
That's part of it.
yeah, because it does kind of look like in the thing, like, because you can hurt yourself, in different ways, So
You can do it, yeah.
that was actually, ironically, one of the only time people were actually kind of, quote unquote, I guess, concerned for your safety, if you'd say it. Like, there are people like, man, he's gonna hurt him. Yeah, he was like, people were like, oh, he's gonna hurt himself or whatever. Did you do any of these other ones around here?
Yeah, you can do some dips.
Well, but some of them look like they're 2-person one, which obviously I guess you normally wouldn't be able to.
Now, notice as we go forward how much time Sneed spends staring at the ground. It's not an alpha gaze at all.
If somebody wasn't here. Yeah, man, I couldn't even sleep last night. I got this freaking hotel, and all of a sudden I was trying to go to sleep.
And there they are.
One tiny little roach. So I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, there's roaches in the room. And like after that, I couldn't even sleep the whole night because I was like so freaked out about roaches. Now,
all right, you're gonna spot me while you.
Oh, you need me to? Okay.
Here. No, just keep an eye. Yeah, you can keep filming.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
Stand there.
Okay.
And just try to make sure I don't completely fall over.
Well, especially since it's been raining, because the thing is still wet underneath here.
Right with the grip, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, and I love his cope. Nobody stands upright. Yeah, it's not an athletic stance. You got to be crouched over, slumping, if you will. That's an athletic posture.
I've never had a problem doing any of this stuff. I didn't have a problem with the curls either, but I mean, I'm pretty resilient.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, those back muscles, especially on the right side of his back, right beneath his shoulder blades, there's something fucking wrong there.
When I got here, and I was like, there's no way this could be the location, because like I wasn't exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, as soon as I got here, I was excited because I pulled in. I was like, it kind of looks the same. And then I came over to here, and you had a video from like a day or two ago, and I noticed like the sticker on here and everything matched. I was like, oh my god, this is actually the one, because I thought there might be like
this is the best location, yeah.
Dude, you're kind of like to be honest with me, you're kind of like a legend. I was asking people yesterday. I went into a couple of like gas
Pump that ego up. It'll make him spill even better.
stations and asked like attendants and people that like mostly people that work at gas stations, and like everybody.
I would like him to come here, but again, if he does miss the show, this is the kind of stuff that's going to, it's going to bear rewatching several times, and it won't get tired. So, and plus, we all want to hear what Mike has to say about this entire thing, and also know this is only a portion of the video available.
Everybody has a story of like seeing you, and then like they're like they're kind of surprised when
No, he is 5'8". Records say as much. And there is a very, very good picture of the specimen that is Tyree Sneed. Again, look at those pants. If they're not 6 sizes too big, they're certainly 4. And the shirt is too tight. There he is, all 5'8" of him. He looks small there because he is small. Indeed.
Do like documentaries on that, man. You get a lot of content, to be honest, if that's what you're trying to do. I don't know.
Do a documentary.
So I did film.
I've never seen your channel.
I don't even have a channel, to be honest with you.
I never knew of you.
I don't even really have a channel. I just go and like live streams and just like talk shit and just stuff like that. But I don't really like have like a channel.
It's not like if I saw any of them, I'm going to be upset or anything. I mean,
Yeah, like, well, and I was telling Tyree,
I
like,
haven't read
Well, it's not like if I saw any of them, I was going to be upset or anything. He saw the first couple of videos where Mike was checking in with like gas station attendants to see if they had seen him, and he got pissed off immediately.
for what, you know?
yeah, well, I was telling Tyree, like, I literally use the same jokes I do about him that I was using for Lichen Theory. I just changed the name from Lichen Theory to
I noticed
Tyree.
they do that too, yeah.
Yeah, like literally the same jokes where I like insinuate you're like the same jokes where I insinuate you like men or something. I used to
telling them, I'm like, I'm not these other people, you know?
yeah, I literally like
He's intimidated. He's unapproachable. He's going to back you up and G-check you. Remember what I was saying a couple of minutes ago about his gaze being fixed downward far more than it should be? That is the inferiority complex the size of Mount Crumpet, his own description, manifesting itself.
Not Cyrex, for sure.
that guy. Okay, yeah, that guy.
Not like inferior. I'm just not them, man, you know what I mean? We don't come from the same walk.
Well, okay. So another criticism people have is, while I can understand not wanting to have your chat open because then people are gonna
they just sit there and say weird stuff.
yeah, because okay,
If
basically
they would respect it, then yeah, but it's not, you know, it doesn't flip the script. It's on them to be respectful, you know what I mean?
because I can see not
Just like
wanting
you
to have
said, like I'm getting unfair treatment. So if they want to be fair, that's one thing. But once you start sending people that do all this underhanded stuff, I'm not gonna.
Once you start sending people to do all this underhanded stuff, he says to a person that was sent to do underhanded stuff. Roll that around for a minute in your mind, if you would. He just described his entire situation at that moment, and he didn't get it.
But didn't you get more this is what people say though, that possibly you got, even when you had your chat open though, you did get more donations. You don't think you did?
Nah, not at all. I mean, they could say that, but it wasn't from the chat. It was just the timing.
Because okay,
I have
people like
no
there's like
idea.
yeah, there's like 100. That's you, but then
Yeah.
like to like from the other perspective, there's like hundreds of people, and you don't know who all these people are. I could see
I
exactly.
have no clue.
Yeah, the
Even I mean, when they troll whatever, I don't know who.
yeah.
Oh, you know exactly who it is. It's Saturday Madness on Negative 43 TV. I'm Rich Baritone, yes, Major Rich Baritone of the Double OA. Hooah! Let's get another sponsor in here. This part of our show is brought to you by Sprouting Roots.
It's weird how they assume that you know. I mean, does anyone know those things? I don't know.
Oh, sometimes I'll find out that some person is also goes under this name, and I'm like, really? I never even put two and two together. Okay, yeah, you're gonna try that. Yeah, some people just assume you know all their usernames exactly, like because I'm sure most people have like several.
Yeah, or you're
several
better with technology than you really are.
He is allowing him to record him, and that is really somewhat surprising. Before I shit all over this exercise, I will admit that it would take some arm and shoulder strength to be able to do that. Certainly it is a position that I would not be able to attain on a pair of parallel bars, nor would I. And he's still not doing it right, because if he was, his feet would be directly over his head. They aren't, they never are, and they never will be, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
That bike's a lot nicer than I thought it was, honestly. I mean, like, I was kind of shocked when I saw it.
Yeah, it's $200.
We'll get a shot at the bike here in a
Well,
second.
the problem
Good
with the things is like the tires. A lot of times, if you need like 2 tires and brake pads and brake cables, it's like before you know, it's like, you know, even if you do the labor yourself, a lot of times you end up spending, you know, way too much on the, you know, and I noticed the cost of the tires went up a lot. But years ago, they were cheap enough where you could actually like.
Big O.L. Pappy. This is definitely a read it for the listeners, believe me. He says, bear in mind, he is doing this for another man to show off.
You know, replace them and it was worth it. But now sometimes it's not even worth it because the damn things cost so much.
The initial investment, it costs more than.
Dude, that's that gas scooter I have now.
That's why when I get them, I usually just get them, and that, you know, that's it. I don't really have to mess with. I don't know what you know though, because now I remember you're the one that actually knows
So
stuff.
I just
them.
self-taught myself how to, like, when I was a
I
kid.
need your help.
we would
honestly, for the Batman stuff.
Yeah, we would fix our bikes ourselves, and then we just kind of figured it out on our own. And then now it's even easier because you could watch YouTube and stuff. That's why I was kind of surprised when I was trying to give you some advice about fixing your scooter. You seem like you weren't really interested in.
You know what about it, or
Well, I mean, because
it wasn't personal.
I know you could fix it though. That's the thing is, like, I mean, like, dude, it's like the thing is with
I
the
really don't know much about mechanics. I'm probably being honest, with whatever I said.
That's an awful profile. Yes, indeed. That you can see that hunchback. Yes, you certainly can.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah, because no, I mean,
Batman is supposed to be.
And you can clearly see how the hunchback pushes his neck forward, like a giraffe's.
Batman, he needs someone who knows I want to learn it, but I don't know anything about fixing.
well, I take my car to a mechanic. Like, I don't work on my own
I
car.
want to learn mechanics, but I need somebody to show me, like for real. That's the only way I learn.
Yeah, no, I take my car to like a professional mechanic, but like for the like scooters, the problem is they only cost like $300-400, and then they still want to charge
Mine
this.
was $1,000, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the editor of what we are watching right now, and he did a whale of a job. It's Tyrese Needs Needville. It's RTS.
I had was a good one.
So I was telling you that too. That like at the time,
He's showing that too.
you still have it.
Hell yeah.
I just
Okay, that's
man, these muscles right in here, they just there's something not right there, kids.
people.
I tore out the wiring. I get too into thinking of and get too Batman with it. I ripped out the wire clean out of the circuitry. So
Yeah, that sounds bad, honestly. Like, cause
it went faster for a minute. It was super cool. It was like, and then all of a sudden it just once I turned it off, it wouldn't turn back on. It'll flash, so it can be fixed, but it's going to need somebody who knows electric work.
yeah, I've heard with a lot of those things, they're not like offering like replacement parts with a lot of those like.
Yeah, remember, cats don't stand up straight. Yeah, he said that. He did, in fact, say that. The only time I will ever see my cat on his back paws, and it's never for long, is when he thinks it's temptation's time.
Electric, they're kind of trying to do away with like.
It's horrible.
That was the same hating thing that they're on. Yeah.
Well, like
I can call.
I mean, what do you think his waist size is? There's a very good, meaning a very bad profile of him right here. I'm going to guess that he probably has a 26-inch waist with no development whatsoever. I am proud to say that as of right now, I am in a size 29 jeans. I'm also cutting like a V down to my hips. It's going to take another few months, but by golly, 28 inches as far as the waist goes was my goal all along because of Jim Brown. Yeah, the football player from the 50s and the 60s, 6'3", 232, and a 28-inch waist. It can be done.
Corporate, they'll have to fix it pretty much. Yeah.
Well, that's one cool thing that's
Where I
about
bought it from.
the gas scooters though, is like you can usually get like parts from like several different manufacturers. I prefer to just get them from the same website that I bought the original scooter from, so I know that they're the compatible. But sometimes you can get them the parts cheaper, but then sometimes they come and they're not exactly right. So
Donate says a waist size of 28. What about you?
usually
I'm sure you know some different deals than what I know. Yeah, get them cheaper.
well, those scooters went up and
what I
down,
need.
up in price. When I first bought mine about 5-6 years ago on this website, they were charging $279. Now they're charging like $479 or so, almost like
they're
doubled.
gonna jack up the price too because
He's not making eye contact. Again, he is not making eye contact. And he's not making eye contact with a guy that's like 3 or 4 inches shorter than he is. He's making minimal eye contact.
of the market and they're desperate. All the companies get desperate, man. None of them succeed. They don't make any money,
Yeah,
Being honest.
Man, so you got soaked earlier. I couldn't believe how hard it was.
There it is. There
Yeah,
it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was waiting on all along. Yeah, I was thinking like Beaky Buzzard old Warner Brothers cartoons. There is the bike. He paid $200 for this. There will be other angles here coming up very shortly. Look at the seat. Please just look at the seat. This bike is completely fucking thrashed. And the seat is, yeah, it's very indicative of the general shape of the bike. We're going to get some other angles. And it is an embarrassment for him to tell anybody that he paid $200 for what is obviously a $20 bicycle. Here we go.
Videos in it I put out already, and I have a little couple more, but yeah. But yeah, no, I'm just focused on the strength training for right now, to be honest.
So were you saying Saturday was your birthday?
No, my birthday's not till July. Was actually July 21st.
Okay, I was wondering, because I swear,
89.
I thought you were on Saturday talking about you wanted a cake.
July 21st, he says with an up inflection as if he's not entirely sure when his birthday is. Like,
For your birthday. Was I
I
mistaken?
was just saying cake in general. Like,
Oh, okay,
I was
okay.
saying, like, it was just symbolism. I was just saying that, like, other people would have that support system and get rewarded.
he looks completely cadaverous. Cadaverous. Sunken chest, distended belly, a hunchback right out of Notre Dame. You look like shit.
When they accomplish something,
I'm not being mean either. You legitimately look like hell.
especially
But yeah, I am being mean.
like the magnitude of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Other people would just be like, you get what I'm saying? It's unfair.
The magnitude of what he is doing. You see where he spends his day. The magnitude of what he's doing. Hanging out in a park in the middle of the afternoon that's empty because everybody's at work. Yeah, what the fuck ever, dude. You're nothing. And this entire video has shown that. And again, we now know exactly where this place is. You know exactly where this place is. And you know what? That's not really good for you.
I don't expect it to be fair, but it's just like humane treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. I just feel like.
Weren't
it's
you
messed
like-
up.
You're one of like the people that's been doing YouTube the longest too. Haven't you been doing this like 2009 or 2010?
Not really, not as far as taking it seriously and doing
Uh-huh.
radio, but as far as like just using it on and off, probably. Yeah, I've been there a minute.
I can understand why so-called women would want nothing to do with that. And we're just looking at the look. We're not even smelling the smell. It's got to be just fucking God.
I wasn't doing all what I'm doing now for a long time. I just barely put a couple of videos in college and stuff, so I wouldn't really use YouTube. I for sure didn't go on and talk to any of y'all or anything, you know what I mean? So,
Well, they used to have it like years ago to live stream. You had to have like a Macintosh computer, like you couldn't even do it on your phone. You had to have like a Macintosh computer with certain software and all this kind of stuff. So it was harder to do. Then when they finally
And using the bicycle as a point of reference, you are not 6'2". You are plainly 5'8". Why would they lie on your arrest paperwork? Why?
released it
Why?
on mobile, you had to have like 10,000 subscribers and stuff. So it wasn't
God.
now. It's anybody can just get a phone and a few subscribers and start live
Bull
streaming. There used to be
Just flapping in the wind, man.
more barriers to getting into it.
right. Yeah, no, I mean, it ain't been that long. It's been a little while. I mean, I wouldn't say longer than everybody. I mean, yeah, I guess longer than that crowd is what you're saying. A lot of
Yeah.
They've been stalking me long enough. They've been following,
Yeah, because I just got it. So I basically, the first time I ever heard about
You're not being stalked. This is a government operation. And you're speaking to a government operative who got inside your impenetrable facade. Sure did. Just like that.
honestly was about 2.5 years ago. Somehow I was recommended this video about you, and honestly, really didn't
Look
really.
at
I
him.
watched it and didn't really pique my interest.
Yeah.
And then
Come on, you beta little bitch. Again, his body language is horrible. Arms crossed, a very defensive posture, so I am told. And his eye contact is almost non-existent.
about like 6 months later, I heard about you again, and then that time I started watching, and then I went into the live streams and the people are kind of friendly and stuff. So it's, you
I'm
know, you kind of feel like you got
intimidated.
little friends in there and stuff. So then I just
I
started
G-check
kind of hanging
people.
out in there. But well, man, I appreciate you talking to me today, man. Yeah, I definitely wasn't trying to, you know,
No, you're good.
I'm not trying to, attack you or anything like that. And I did give you a few bucks,
I'm
you know.
not worried. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I have,
And I just love how do-rags really, truly make it look like his head comes to a point. They always have.
I don't worry about anyone, man.
but, so is your stuff got soaked earlier? Is it going to be okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine. I go through it all the time. I go in the rain and everything. The real Batman. So I go through all sorts of different stuff. But I don't know.
Like this? All sorts of different stuff like what? Hanging out in the park all day long instead of having a job? Fuck you, man. We're here to control you. Yes, we are. You're under constant surveillance. Never ever forget that. And also don't forget there's gonna be another mission.
It's just helped me. It's changed me as a person a lot, but I guess that's part of why it's
Beware Operation Hammer Smashed Face.
easier for me to handle things in the best way possible. You know?
I'll be honest, like I was kind of surprised when I started talking to you. You actually like seemed pretty like I was kind of worried you were gonna be kind of like rude or something like that.
Okay, we have about a half hour or so left of the old show, so it is time for one more smoke 'em if you got 'em here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. It's 5 minutes after the hour, 55 minutes until the top of the next hour.
I was kind of surprised you were pretty approachable and friendly and stuff.
I used to be, but I mean, what's it gonna get me at this point? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? I mean, it's not gonna. I can always be that way, but what? I mean, for what?
Well, so you had mentioned
I turn to God, man. I mean, it's not fake. I mean, you know.
It's completely fake. And just like everything else about you, completely fake. Again, he's a government agent, you
Trying to bring
dumbass.
people to God, everything's positive. So, I mean, for me to, I guess he kind of took that spirit out of me, to be honest, which is a good.
You know what's a good program on
He didn't take that spirit out of you. That spirit was never in you. And your body language during the last 20 minutes or so is strong indication of that.
YouTube. So there used to be this is where I get all my Bible stuff is A&E used to have a show back like in the 90s called Mysteries of the Bible, and they had about 20 or 30
Look
episodes.
at
They
him.
cover like all the major stories in the Bible, and they do them real good, like because like I'm basically straight up, I'm not gonna sit there and read
Staring at the
fucking
ground.
little verses in the Bible.
Super ultra mega beta energy, staring at the ground in a closed position, those arms crossed. Yeah, he's worried about it.
And try to figure.
And you should be. It's just a good thing that he wasn't on the mission that's coming next.
Figure out what they're saying and stuff. This thing like presents it like in a documentary form, kind of explains to you like the kind of the
Yeah,
you know,
look into that.
they're pretty interesting. A couple years ago, A&E started copyright strike.
A man that is incapable of making eye contact. Oh my goodness. Oh man, if you can't look a guy in the eye, you certainly can't kick anybody's ass. Because that usually goes along with the experience. Never break gaze.
The people that were loading the videos on, so they took them off. But there's another platform where I found them. I'll find it in a minute when I stop recording. I can't remember what it starts with a D, I think, like something like that. I'll just stop recording and find it real quick. Hold on. Because after
kid has it on the phone originally,
after years of being able to watch stuff on YouTube, they started blocking some stuff. So this Daily Motion seems like they don't care about like.
We can come this way.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause, so do you ever climb? Do you ever? Yeah.
Okay, what he did here, again, just because he's totally out of touch with his surroundings, he enabled Mike to get even more footage of the grounds. Not that we really needed it. Once we located the jungle gyms, we pretty much had the address of the park in the back pocket. Nonetheless, just here, follow me. Do some more surveillance.
Do you ever climb that rock thing over there, that jungle gym thing over there?
I thought about that today, actually, but I
I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt
I
yourself.
don't think it's what it's for.
Well, yeah, that's what they make
don't
it for.
wanna
Is
mess with
but
it.
yeah, it could be dangerous, especially if it's been raining and stuff.
I could do it, no problem. But is that really what they're for?
Yeah, they.
Sign that
Mhm.
says that?
Yeah.
I never use it.
Well, I mean, usually it's
I
like.
just stay doing the
Yeah, I'd be careful right now because it's wet and stuff. But yeah, that's what they're for.
about right.
So am I. I am consuming marijuana currently.
Mic on that thing.
Yeah,
maybe we should do it, man, and do the video, but you'll have
Dude,
to like send it to me so I can put it on my
So-
channel.
Yeah, no, I can record something for you if you want me to. So no,
That's how I just don't want to get hurt doing that. Yeah.
well, originally I literally spontaneously last night decided, you know what, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna really do it because I literally like this
were they freaking you out about it?
No, remember because I think once you like Saturday night you were going for like a couple hours, and so I was up pretty late, and then I started thinking about it the next day, and I was like, it's only because I've driven this amount of miles before to go from like Houston to New Orleans plenty of times, but
saying you climb up.
yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's been wet and stuff, so it might not be. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do is just climb it. I've seen them.
That is definitely a jungle gym for children. I see what Mike was doing here. That would have been very, very funny to see Tyree climbing a structure that was designed for 8-year-olds.
Wait, dude, there used to be one in Bel Air, and it was like way higher than this. It was like 2-3 times higher than.
See, if it was that high, it would serve a purpose, but this is not really gonna do anything for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
This is better what I'm doing.
But it would have made you look really stupid, and that would have been the entire point.
Yeah.
What would be cool if
Yeah.
they had like the rope, like where you pulley
Uh-huh.
rope on something like a cable, but I'm pretty sure they can't have that out here anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem now with everybody suing and stuff. They probably don't want to.
You know
Oh
what I'm
shit!
talking about, right? In gyms they have them where it's like a pulley cable rope. And
Oh,
you just
okay,
pull
okay.
the rope. That's like the best exercise for your forearms.
Yeah.
Your arms, carry it, triceps, everything.
So what did you
Show us all of it now.
How did you meet Coach Eli? Or not meet him, but how did you start
Never met
watching him?
I mean, I don't know what his deal is, man. He's got,
Yeah, he's a
he
weirdo.
said some positive stuff about me that was kind of on the you-know-what side, yeah. And then,
Kind of on the you-know-what side.
I think Don is a cover-up personally, but that's my opinion. But,
What, are you afraid that you're going to get Mike's channel blown away?
like, he's all right. I mean,
So how we found out about him
I
was
never met him. He said some good stuff about me at one time, and then every time that I thought we were going to have a conversation, he just backed out of it like he's scared or something. I don't know.
yeah, we found out
I don't
about
know
him.
what he's scared of. I mean,
Well, it's convenient the thing's already stuck in the on. Well, it's convenient the thing's already stuck in the on position.
Yeah, I try to let it run. But yeah, I mean, he's all right. I mean, like I said, we come from different walks, man. So that's like a lot of internet stuff for me.
Yeah.
That's the thing they don't get. I have to deal with reality, and
Hey, do
the
they have-
internet is still the internet.
Do they have Amazon facilities in around here?
I don't think so. Not down here. We got Tesla.
I was surprised y'all have that because I've never even seen that in Houston.
Tesla, or
Dude, you got a lot of nice stuff here.
well, he came
I'm not muted.
down here. Yeah.
Yeah, because
He came to the island. For
I was
his
expecting.
location.
Honestly, I was expecting the area to be like a lot more like impoverished and like more homeless people and stuff like that. I was kind of surprised. There's hardly any homeless people. No
Is
people.
that how I'm advertising?
Dude,
'Cause
dude.
that's not good.
In my
I try to give them
in
a
my
good
city
name.
we have freaking
I'm not
people
from
just
here
sleeping.
originally.
We just
I'm-
have people sleeping.
yeah, I'm
Literally-
from Austin, and I grew up in the country in Calvert, Cameron area.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just used to it because I'm half Mexican and I'm from here. Kind of part of me,
I'm just used to it because I'm part Mexican. Oh, fuck me.
but I'm from the country originally. So it definitely was a culture shock when I first, was down here. I've
Yeah.
been through a lot down here, but I learned and they get more used to me. So it's two different cultures, man.
Oh, I went to a taqueria.
Man, can you feel the humidity just from looking at this video? I can.
Earlier, and luckily I know
Yeah, we
just
got great food down here.
I know just enough Spanish to order it. Like I really can't understand what they're saying.
Hablo poquito
Yeah,
español.
I just know how to order. I can't really
There we
understand what they're saying
go.
back to
Quite a
me.
bit too, yeah. enough to get by. Yeah.
Oh, I was surprised. I thought they were overcharging me at first, but then when they gave them to me, they were like,
Gave us a nice comprehensive look at a place I'm quite sure you didn't want any of us to actually know the location of. Thanks, Tywee.
way more meat.
Sometimes they
way
will.
more
You got to
meat.
kind of watch out for that.
Yeah, there was way more meat, and the
But
tortillas were way
usually they're
bigger.
pretty chill, yeah. It just depends who you're dealing with. If they think they can get over on you, or like anywhere.
Yeah, the
If they don't recognize you down here and you ain't from here, I mean, yeah, it just, it depends who you're dealing with, how you're going to be treated. It's reality. That's anywhere though.
Yeah, no, I was kind of surprised. They literally put them like those
Yeah.
huge tortillas, but I agree. Like probably for other people, they probably do put like more meat on there, but it was still. I mean, I think I paid like $13 for like
They
3
are
pounds.
kind of stingy about the portions. With
Oh, they
everybody,
charged
yeah.
extra for certain meats. Like they
I mean,
charged.
where is this? Well, you don't have to.
Oh, God. Just look at that piece of shit. Look at that fucking piece of shit. I paid $200 for this. Blue gives me a read it for the listeners. He's built like Jar Jar Binks. Oh boy, is he ever.
It was,
You could tell me off.
It was a.
You're recording now, right?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I'm saying we can talk about that off the camera. I
Oh,
don't
it was a.
Yeah, all he ever works on are his arms. There's no balance to anything that he does relative to exercise, end quote.
say anything
Yeah,
about public places.
It was just a gas. It was just a gas station, and then you walk inside, and it's got like a little where I guess
Where
they
they
rent
get the
rent.
You know, Nate, I believe he has several reasons to avoid Austin. There's probably at least 2 or 3 people waiting on him, if you know what I mean.
A taqueria stuff, but you actually you get the food and then you pay the cashier.
Register, yeah.
So I guess that somehow they probably get a portion of the profits or something. That's probably how it works. But the yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I was kind of surprised y'all didn't have more. I thought when
I'm ripped. I'm ripped. I'm ripped. No, you're not ripped. You look ill. You look physically ill. And again, staring at the ground while Mike is talking to him, looking at him. His refusal to make eye contact is extremely beta energy. Can't beat that point enough.
I came down here, it was gonna be like all Mexican restaurants, stuff like that. It's like, dude, it's like you got nicer restaurants than I have. Like
Really?
oh yeah. So in my neighborhood,
It's good to hear.
we don't have a Starbucks anywhere. No major grocery store like
Yeah,
HEB.
quite a few Starbucks.
If you want to go to HEB
Ouch.
in my neighborhood, you got to get on the freeway and drive about 5 to 7 miles away to go to an HEB.
I'll read it for the listeners. Sheriff Consent says shoulders be in the shape of a dislocated hip. Oh, fuck.
That's
That's how it is. That's how it's set up here. Yeah, at least from this point. But yeah, go on. I'm listening.
Look at that.
yeah, usually they only
bite.
open like Starbucks and Chick-fil-A's and stuff in like a little bit nicer areas. So yeah, they don't have anything.
Yeah, there really is something weird going on with the musculature. There's a word you don't say every day on the right side of his back underneath that shoulder blade. That shit's not right.
Thing like that in my area. You gotta, I mean, you can get to it, pretty easily, but you gotta usually get on the freeway and go a few
Where is
miles.
this again? Oh, Houston.
In Houston, yeah, near downtown.
Isn't it pretty dangerous out there? Because that's where I'm probably going to be doing the Batman thing.
Dude,
to be honest.
So I'm riding my scooter the other day. I hadn't
Be
ridden
in the bad areas. Yeah.
I hadn't ridden it in a while, and I'm driving.
I hadn't even thought of that aspect of the entire thing, but yeah, he's got to be getting up a wall here.
Driving around, and then all of a sudden I
Sure, you
turn.
gotta be careful.
All right, so we're Tyree's letting the batsuit dry out here because earlier it was raining real hard, and dude, so I thought I wasn't gonna be able to find you because it was raining the whole day today, and then I was like, no way he's
yes.
gonna be walking around in the rain and stuff, and
Look at the bench, the world famous bungee cord.
Oh yeah, I am. I was
um,
out here yesterday too, Easter. I pretty much do this religiously. Every day is training.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta get
So-
with it.
so basically, since Tyree's been a good sport and talked to me and stuff, I'm gonna take him to get some food at a taqueria here in a minute, and
That
then
way we can get a different kind of video.
yeah,
It'll help my channel if he sends it to me.
yeah, he's actually a pretty nice guy.
That way you could walk into the first part of the plot.
I was kind of worried at first, how he's gonna take it, but he's been pretty pretty nice. So I've been playing nice too, since he's been playing nice. Yeah. So we're still over here by the workout equipment, and we did a pull-up challenge earlier.
We're all grown adults.
One more big rip here, everybody. We're going to shut down Smoke 'em if you got 'em for the week here in another minute or two. Again, that doesn't mean you got to stop. Never stopped me. Negative 43 TV, 19 minutes after the hour.
Yeah.
What are they expecting me to say or do?
People were insinuating I should assault you and all this. Like, I'm not gonna just walk up to some random person that I watch on YouTube and assault them. Like, what the? I never once said I said I was gonna come here and possibly film you, and then I guess I used the word confront, and people thought the word
all that stuff I stay away from. That's all nonsense.
Yeah,
that stuff I stay away from. It's all nonsense. Sounds kind of pussy shit to me, bud. Your mouth wrote multiple checks that scrawny fucking ass is not going to be able to cash. And one of them may be coming due sooner than you think.
I think they were that word confront me. And I'm like
Batman, dude.
Yeah.
I get enough of all the nonsense doing this. I don't have time for the antics and stuff.
Antics.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm all about bringing people to God, man, and trying to help people and work together. That's all I've ever been about. I tried to collaborate with a lot of people on there, but they just don't really want to do it.
So let me ask you, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. So that last time where you left that church group, like in Kentucky or whatever.
You get water again?
Yeah. How did you get a bus ticket home?
From Kentucky?
Yeah.
Mouthpiece. Does he mean blowjob? He is in fact going to kind of explain it here in a minute. And ladies and gentlemen, it is sad, but it is true. Smoke 'em if you got 'em is over with for another show. One more time, allow me to flash my official badge. It's real.
Oh, okay. Well, because I've heard sometimes that
I have to go to the local resources, and I'm just smart, so I know how to utilize what they always try to make fun of me for.
Yeah.
We went over here. Well, me going over to that place that was way out the way, I took a homie and walked.
Yeah, the spelling on the screen is probably the right one, I guess.
Over there, and yeah, they bought me a ticket, almost $400.
Because I've heard some cities do that.
I didn't think I was going to get back, but I'm Batman, so I figured.
Because I've heard some cities do that because it's cheaper for them to get rid of you than have to start offering you homeless services.
She was like, I can either hook you up with a job.
Yeah.
And I almost wasn't even going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And she said either, we can try to do this, and then I did figure it out, or she said, or if you're stand.
And I need to point out right now, not only is he with an agent, a double OA agent, he's got his back turned to him. Oh boy, that's not good security. That's not very gangsta of you. And by the way, he is still looking at the ground. What a pussy.
She started working.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it ain't that cool.
Well, that brings up a good point, though.
I'd rather build my own business than work for someone else.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you that.
Slow for some time,
Well, I was going to ask you that why we haven't seen you have.
It is in all likelihood a woman's shirt, a woman's top. He has a tendency toward blouses and things of that nature. So yeah, probably
like a 9-to-5 job or whatever. So
a while. I worked since I was 16. So yeah.
And that was Mad Lonely Schizophrenic Man at Park, not Jason Bourne or Batman. And that is all that I have for you on this Saturday Madness. As always, I'd like to thank you for spending at least some of your day with us here on Negative 43 TV. It's always appreciated and absolutely never, ever taken for granted. So what's going to go on this week? I don't know. I probably won't be on tomorrow. I would say that Tuesday will be looking very, very good for our next little episode here on Negative 43 TV. Before we go, I want to make sure that I thank Best in Show for his $10 tip. Certainly appreciated. And it was every bit as fun as I thought it would be, every bit as informative as I thought it would be, and I would look forward to, if I were you, further viewings of this video and other videos from this mission. Keep an eye out on RTS and keep an eye out on Sticky TT6. Yeah, that's it. Keep a watch out. We'll go over this stuff again, I am quite sure. However, you know what I'm getting ready to say. It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. I'm Rich Baritone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.
And now, Negative 43 TV KUNT ends another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Baritone Media, LLC, with corporate offices located at One Cross Tower in downtown Sneedville. Negative 43 TV studios are located at 6969 Dead Daddy Drive in Sneedville. Negative 43 TV operates at a power of 200 hamster wheels, turning at exactly 61 revolutions per minute. On behalf of Rich and Marie Baritone, Old Betsy the Computer, Pete the Destroyer of Bud, and the rest of us here at Negative 43 TV, I'm Cleveland Steamer. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And now, high flight.
Slipped the surly bonds of earth, and danced the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed, and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.